send this to home, and then
Also,
let me send
you're
this
like
to
looking upwards, and I'm like looking downwards to the side. It's funny.
One sec. Whee! Okay. I need your Fuji. I need your Fuji.
Yes.
All right.
Which Fuji would you like?
Well, actually, I'm just gonna take the one, whichever one you currently have. Actually, if you have a different
okay,
one,
okay. I thought you were asking me for the PNG that's in my Fuji.
no, no, no. I just the
Gotcha.
what's it called? I should make a.
I have a couple decent ones. I've got the one that I have active right now. I've got you're not live, are you?
I am live.
You are.
Hi, everybody.
Hi everyone. I've got this one.
Well, I like the
I've got a
I like the Paradox Twins thing that we had going on for a second there.
Oh yeah. Let me go back. I need to make one for Arca. See if I can ask Jonah to like make one that's Arca.
Okay, so I mean, I'm okay. So this is I don't know if you can see what I've got on my screen, and I'm changing shit up as we're doing it. I can make you like I can make you larger. Like I can do that. I don't know if that's like a better. Here we go. How's that scale? Is that scale working for you?
Let me check.
Hey, Shadow. Oh, Shadow, post more of the ass pics. I need to show off something.
Post more of the aspects.
I mean, it's for a good cause. It's for a good cause. Yeah, there they are. Look at that. The ass pics. Look, they're bouncing around. I love that they're still animated when they do that. That's awesome. That's fucking awesome.
That's great.
Actually, wait, this is awesome because I can. So normally I can't, have what's it called? Normally I can't have like my OBS screen up on stream because then it's like infinite recursion, right? But I can do it this time because of the. It's it's what is it? There's no I'm not screen capturing anything. This is really freeing. I love it. Noel, do you want me to send you a captioning link?
A captioning link? What does that mean?
So I have the live captioner that will caption what you're saying live. You do have to have it open in a Chrome tab, but if you want to do that, then
I got Chrome, sure.
okay, sweet. I'm gonna send this to you over DMs because that's where all of our exciting conversation happens. And if you open that up, sorry, my throat is a little bit. I am a little bit gunky because I just ate lasagna.
Okay.
I needed food, so I cooked lasagna, but it took an hour, so I finished it as soon as I started stream.
Oh, I see. By joining this, it captured. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
That is
I think it's
very
pretty
neat.
cool. So I guess now the only other thing I need to do and make sure I'm doing is,
Oh, hey, look, Neuron Barkies.
yeah, no, Shadow's got the NJ ones. Shadow's a real one. I typed in RCBG on the
You know what Shadow doesn't have?
what? I was gonna say something that was wrong, but what?
Yep.
Oh fuck! Ow! 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 You're hitting me with fucking things. Hold on, I'm gonna make myself smaller. I don't want to be as
giant yapper.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. You've got the yappies. Please, I mean, feel free to just like smack me around. I mean, well, hold on. Feel free to toss those in as much as you want. Actually, okay, hold on. I'm gonna do this. Let's make it a little bit. There we go. Okay, now if you do it, now the what's it called? Now the emotes should go even wider. Like they should go around in all sorts of places. Is that stupid gay fairy visible? No.
Stupid case. Yes, I'm visible. I'm
Try
right there
choking.
on your
What?
screen.
Hey, wait a minute. wait. You can't throw quotes on my guy. That's cheating. I didn't say that. I never said choke me. I have asked somebody to do that before, but I was really stupid about it. Don't ask somebody to choke you if like they don't have a lot of experience doing it, because like, it's just risky. It is just risky. Ooh, get fucked. That one bounced off. Oh no, it's coming back.
That's
Oh no, never mind. I didn't make it.
true. I can fix that.
What? I'm really? Really? I'm 85% calm.
I have the
What the
best
fuck?
fucking emotes. Okay, look.
Yeah, you do. What the fuck? I wish I had those now. Well, maybe I don't, but
This one's also pretty good.
no, that's a good one. How? Wow, that one really stuck around. All right, chat. Be sure to spam that one constantly. That's going to be mission critical for this stuff.
Yeah, it's very relevant to what we're about to read.
It really is. I just want you to know that I was going to the ranked competitive breast growth website, and I typed in RCBG, and the first result that popped up, that was the second result that popped up. The first one that popped up is Relevant C Business Group.
That also happened when I searched up RCBG.
That's the new Max C variant that they're going to unleash once they ban it. Relevant C Business Group.
That sounds like something they'd actually put in Rush Duels.
Right?
Have you
Relevant
seen
C.
have you seen the like they made the DDDs but as like a corporate office workers, which is really funny because that's what the DDDs are based off originally, is like the CEO at the top, and like the boss monster for DDDs is like the global Illuminati figurehead that runs every shadow business,
Oh,
or
that
that
makes
like shadow runs every business, and then all the like lower ranked workers are it's weird because they kind of go for a mix of themes. They have like a literal Dungeons and Dragons themes off the bat, with like the slimes and creatures and stuff like that. But as you get into the myriad of boss monsters, they're all different levels of like middle managers and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
so I don't know if you've seen, but my what's it called? Uh I've pulled a billion packs of um the new selection pack in Duel Links, the yummy one. And
I love Yummy.
I pulled 90 packs and I have 3 yummy monsters.
Damn.
3.
What the fuck?
I do have almost a full DDD package though, so I'm gonna learn DDD because
They are very cool.
yeah, I mean they're cool. It's just it's cool. It is
Not what
just
you wanted to play.
I wanted to play Yummy, not DDD.
Yeah.
So
Did you get a Yummy surprise?
I did get I got 2 Yummy surprise, which is like
I wish I could have a Yummy surprise.
do you have more than 3 Yummy cards that are UR like total?
I haven't pulled it for any of the Yummies yet.
Oh.
I have been building up gems so I can do a big pull.
Okay, well, be prepared to have at least 7,000 gems. That's my advice.
I mean,
At least 6,000. No, because like
When
I got really fucking unlucky. It was
when we were doing the polls for the whatchamacallits, the oh, what were they? The Malice. When we were doing polls for Malice, I built the whole deck in like what? 5,000 gems?
yeah, I mean that was yeah, I mean like you can get lucky, but you can also get unlucky. Also, apparently Shadow Dragon's running businesses um as a relevancy business group. I don't know why Shadow Dragon is doing that, but congratulations. Yeah, no. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard to pull, but apparently it fucking is. So, I don't I wish I knew
I
why.
can't wait for the sequel to RCBG, RCBG 2, ranked competitive butt growth.
Oh, that would be really good. Ranked competitive ball growth. Ooh. Yeah, the transmask version of RCGP.
Ranked competitive cockroach.
Well, no, I mean you gotta keep the acronym. Ranked cock big growth. No, that doesn't work. Now that actually, I think the only thing that could follow up RCGP in the same vein is that's not in the same. It's not just like the same story as ranked competitive ball growth. I think you need to be that like
RCBG, ranked cock and ball generation.
yeah, yeah. I'm always saying shit like that on stream. Y'all know me. Um, okay, you let me know. What do you think about this? I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to get like here. The thing is with something like ranked competitive breast growth, as like a stream idea. Like we can put the words on stream, but you can also just look at it. So I feel like just having like,
I love words on stream.
well, I just feel. Oh yeah, yeah. No, I don't actually have that one. I feel like as like a
You lied to me.
no, but I feel like having this like up as just like a browser window, having it take up the whole thing is like kind of not necessary. I'm just gonna kind of have it as like a silly, like a fun, cool looking background asset. Um, that was kind of my idea. I would love to get it like,
That works. That works. Yeah. I was gonna say like if you push me off to the side a little bit, I can be holding one side of the paper, you can be on the other side of the paper, and it's like in between us.
I kind of want like a blur effect where like it like fades at the top, but I don't have any idea how I would even start to do that.
I have no clue.
Hold on. I think I know. I think I know. Oh fuck! I closed the shit. I think I closed the stream together thing.
Oops.
Okay, hold on. I'm back. Guess who's back? Are we doing share chat or no?
I'm not live right now.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm just gonna funnel people towards your stream. Actually, let me go ahead and put the let me put this in going live.
How do I? I'm trying to find like a good. Oh wait, this one's good. Okay. Save image as. Hold on, I'm gonna save this to my porn file. Okay. Type alpha mask color channel. Alpha channel.
When you get a chance, I'm gonna like
Ooh.
to the audience. I'm gonna
Ooh.
shield all of you. When y'all get the chance, oh, that looks good. When y'all get the chance, you should commission Jonah Rose. He is a fucking amazing artist, a good friend of mine who is cracked at fighting games.
Yeah, I don't know anything about fighting game, but I know about Jonah. Jonah is
He did
pretty
the
pretty good.
he did the really cool Arca art, which I would use as my PNG, but the only transparent version I have is not. Well, I mean, I guess I could send it to you and ask how you feel, like how safe for the works it is.
Yeah. Let me, just give it to me. Okay. Lens action. Color to be.
Like, I feel like that's a little much for Twitch. Yeah. I do have this, the safe for work one, but it's not transparent, so there'd be this big white thingamabob. And unfortunately I can't transparentize it myself because of fucking uh uh Paint 3D is gone. It's Paint 3D is gone.
No! Wait, that's actually.
They took it. Actually, I'm genuinely upset about it. I used Paint 3D for all my fucking memes, and I used it for my schedules, and I can't make the schedules anymore.
No, that sounds really bad. I'm sorry.
Don't fucking. I can't like install GIMP or something like that. I don't have the space for it.
What about Metabang?
I
Metabang,
don't know.
your friend Metabang.
I don't fucking know how to use any other programs.
To answer
Fucking
your original
stupid.
question, the one that I'm about to show on stream, you definitely could. Like, you could show this one. Like, you could show this one on stream. The other one, you shouldn't be able to. Well, the other one you should be able to, but I don't think Twitch will like. Sherwin, thank you for the hydrate. Don't worry, I saw that. I'm drinking.
Hi, Sherwin.
Mwah.
Love you.
I also love you, but to a degree that's probably a little bit less than Noel, because Noel reacted stronger, so sorry.
I kissed him on his little goat forehead.
But wait, why is it
Sherwin's adorable.
Okay, I think I can. I want to try something. Ow! Oh shit! Overwatch League tag. Let's go. Sherwin, that's really cool of you.
Yeah, Sherwin's a professional Overwatch player.
Wait, really?
No, I can't.
Well, I mean, I don't.
I'm sorry. No, I'm just being silly. Sherwin's an artist.
I was gonna say, like, well, you know, you could be an artist and an Overwatch League player. A little close-minded of you to think that an artist can't be an Overwatch
I mean, an
League
artist
player.
could be a professional Overwatch League player, but I feel like if you're a professional, like, esports player, you don't have a lot of time for other things unless the esport is specifically. If it's a MOBA, I feel like you spend a lot of time like practicing with other people in a team or something like that, you know, compared to a fighting game where the only practice is on your own time.
Yeah, no, I mean,
like
if you're
fighting is a
if you're a
different beast of
professional
an esport.
if you're a professional athlete, it's really fucking hard to yeah. No, I agree. Okay, well, I'm almost done here because I'm like changing up the browse. Okay, now we do this one. No, I do want to do it like that. Close? No, that made it worse. Okay. There's something I don't know how this thing works, but it's really interesting. It's really interesting. It's like the lighter it gets, the stronger it gets. That's a weird way to say it, actually. Pretend like I didn't say it like that. Ooh. Okay, and then we're going to filter. Sorry, I know I probably should have set this stuff up, but I have been like so I have been so like running around. I have just been so like stretched thin this week that
It's okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I don't know if this looks like any better, but maybe I can like come back to it later. Yeah, no, I'm gonna try to redo it. So Noel, can you like start reading out chapter 7 or can you give us like a recap of chapter 7 so that everybody knows where we are as we get started in this?
Sure. So last time on RCPG.
Last time on RCGB.
Let's see. So first, I'll just do a recap of like all the chapters up to now. First, we get introduced to the competition where cis men and only cis men are allowed to participate in a contest to grow the largest breasts based on a percentile growth rate, not a flat rate, not a flat size, but a percentile growth rate. This is to keep contestants who have naturally larger endowments from just instantly winning the competition out the gate, because genetics do play a very big part in how large your breasts get during hormone replacement therapy, which is something that it pretty often comes into play if you look at, like, if you have an older sister or a mom and you start going through HRT. You can kind of look at them and get an approximation of what you'll probably end up looking like or looking close to, especially for their top half. But sometimes it can like skip a gen, so check your see if your grandma was well endowed when she was young. That sounds really funny to say. Anyway, so in this contest, we have our main protagonists who are both closeted trans women who are unaware that the other is a closeted trans woman, and both are convinced that the other is an actual cis man and are trying to discourage them from finishing the competition. We are also introduced to two other major protagonists who are actually high-level moderators and participants in the competition, these being, I believe, Emmy and I forgot the other one's name, but the point is, both of them are deeply invested in this competition, one to an unhealthy degree with like the most convoluted logic possible. And there you will see a lot of psychokinetic damaging words. I will let you all know that this is a classified this fanfic is classified as a cognito hazard. So those of you with weak wills, please leave the building or stay and get inducted into the cult. Actually, that might be for the better.
Yay, Colts!
um,
I love
so
Colts.
as we progress through the story so far, we have had the first leg of the competition begin with the newest participants, and we have seen from the perspective of Emmy and her girlfriend that they are genuine psychopaths, with the other one recently going through bottom surgery and justifying it to everyone as a strategy for better breast growth. And
True. I mean,
uh,
true, right?
during the very last one, we specifically genuinely started the competition. And we were also introduced to a new main character, the roommate, who had been introduced a little bit before but hadn't really been expanded upon. But the roommate, I believe their name is Jeff, was also
Fuck, my
in the
name Jeff.
competition.
My name Jeff. Sorry.
So that is what's happened so far. We have our three roommates. I believe there's a fourth incoming. No spoilers, but yeah, I believe there's a fourth main character roommate person. I'd never lived in a place with four roommates before. It's crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, another trans woman has hit the RCGB plot.
That is true. That is true. So we are on chapter 8, I believe. Laura, that's the other one's name. Laura and Emmy.
Gotcha. I won't lie, I have been trying to like really stay in character as like, okay, I really want to like experience it from the perspective of like they are really trying to like maintain that they are in fact cis. So like from the perspective of kind of their cover identities, but like I think that's really hard. I think I'm gonna stop doing that because it's also making my head hurt whenever I do. I'm like, I don't. This can't be. I'm like, this can't be healthy for me. I'm gonna cease. I'm gonna cease, and then I'm gonna desist.
You're
However,
gonna desist.
I'm gonna desist. I'm gonna cease and desist. True. Wait, actually, true. I'm sorry. I am almost done setting up my like fun little layer thing.
Cease and desist is a pretty damn good one, actually. I think I just created a new term.
And I. There we go. Noel, you're gonna love this. I am iterating and innovating on the idea of whatever the hell I am doing. Filters, browse, other one. Okay, that's worse. And then this one. There we go. What do you think? Can you look at my stream real quick?
I am looking at your stream. I have it
Okay.
open in another tab.
Should I? Is this good? Should I make the fade out a little bit more? Should I make the fade out end a little higher up, or is it fine where it is?
I like how it looks. Sorry, I like how it looks here. Maybe the chat. Can you move the chat like so it scrolls sideways across the top of the screen, or?
I move the chat so that it scrolls sideways across the top of the screen. Like I can make it so that it like stops like before it gets there. If that's
Yeah,
better.
that works. That works. It's
Okay.
just kind of bugging me that it's like overlaying the text, even if we're not intending to have the
Text be like
text be read by the audience since we're reading it.
here we go.
It just kind of like hits
Oh,
my
whoops.
OCD a little bit.
This is okay. Okay, text chat aside, is this better than before or worse than before?
I think having it higher is nice. I like how it like aligns with the top of my ear, or with the edge of my ear,
All right.
the tip
Well,
of your ear.
as far as this one goes, this is a
You could probably
Streamlabs
push me
widget.
down a little bit so I'm more level with you if you'd like.
Well, I mean that's an aesthetic choice. I'll
Fair
do
enough.
that.
Fair enough.
I mean, when I say it's an aesthetic choice, I mean like I moved it. I can do that. I also might just move me. That's the other thing.
I've got bubble tea.
Ooh, what flavor? What's your flavor?
Mango passion fruit green tea.
That's a good one.
My roommate got it for me. I'm trying to figure out how I get this straw thingy out. There's a oh, I clipped this right here. Yeah.
I can tell what
Oh,
you're
that's
doing.
satisfying to peel.
I was gonna say it sounds really satisfying. Snunkers, snatisfies. I want you to be like a little bit. There we go, a little bit bigger. Okay. I do want you to be just a little bit bigger. It sounds. I don't know if
Wow,
it sounds
you
weird.
want me to be the big one?
Yeah.
When are we gonna get a commission together, JD?
Have we? When's the last time we had a commission together?
I said when are we gonna get a commission together?
No, no. I'm just wondering when the last time that happened was. I feel like.
I don't think we have yet.
Are you sure about
Sadly,
that? I don't know that that's true. That can't be
I
true.
would.
That can't be true.
No,
No,
we've never gotten anything together.
there's no way. There's no. That's. Now I'm feel sad.
I mean, it's in the cards. I would love to.
It's in the heart of the cards.
It is. It is. I remember seeing a post ages and ages ago, like, how does Ash always know exactly which Pokemon is in the Pokeball he grabs? He just kind of grabs those fuckers at random without even looking. Someone's like, Ash believes in the heart of the balls.
Ash believes in the heart of the balls. Chat. Can I get a JD trans in chat if you believe in the heart of the balls? Actually, I am gonna do one more thing. I know, and I'm being super annoying, but this is gonna be a really nice thing for all of us. Go.
I don't think trans is on your free list.
My what list?
Your follower emotes. You've got Pat, Knife, Burrito, and Pride. You have room for one more follower emote.
Oh really? Shit.
But
Okay.
trans is one of the it's one of the paid emotes. It's a
Oh
worthwhile one though.
yeah. You should all donate to jdsinfinity.com to
The
become
gem
trans.
from Duel Links. Oh my
I do
god,
have the Duel Links gem. Yeah, yeah.
I like that
I
one.
forgot about that one. I need to add the Master Duel gem now because otherwise it's going to be a little out of date, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
This is
I
a
kind of
real
just.
gem moment.
Ooh, look at that! It just fell onto my whole thing. That's awesome. Wait, that's awesome.
Duel Links kind of killed their metagame.
Yeah,
Like
isn't
it's
it? Don't they
genuinely
just
the
have?
worst it's ever been.
Don't they just have like a bunch of FTKs going on right now? It's like Blue Eyes FTKs.
No, no. They added Red Eyes Dragoon and gave it to everyone
Oh, that's
for free.
fine. Dragoon's fine.
No,
Dragoon's
no, it is not.
fine.
It is not healthy in Duel Links. Hey,
Dragoon's
do you know how hard it is to remove Dragoon in Duel Links?
Lava Golem.
You can't tribute it.
Lava Golem.
You need to have 2 monsters on the field to begin with, and the people are just making it with Red Eyes Fusion. But do you know how easy it is? Like, it's almost impossible not to get Dragoon on the first turn. 3 copies of Red Eyes Fusion, 3 copies of Red Eyes Insight, and the Red Eyes skill that lets you discard a Red Eyes card to get a random Red Eyes spell or trap card from your deck. You always start with Red Eyes Dragoon on the field. If you go first, you practically win the game.
Well, what if you use the What if you use the what's it called? What if you who doesn't isn't it Rebecca the other duelist? She has that skill that lets her like put like that like really big fairy on the field and then just like OTK you with Dragon's Gunfire or something? Or did they patch that
She
out?
she she did, but then they limited every single card in that FTK, including like the random. They they limit one Luster Dragon number 2.
That's true. They limited Luster Dragon number 2.
Dragon number 2 is
Yeah.
limited.
No. I think that's like that's awesome.
Peak metagame.
Yeah. No, that's actually
metagame.
like awesome. Personally, I think that's really cool.
A level 6 normal monster with like 2400 as hack limited.
I love that. I love that you can just have like fuck ass McGee and being like, oh, unfortunately, everybody, we've decided to limit Dippity.
It's so funny. It's so fun. Like everything aside, Duel Links has like the most peak ban lists of all time. Oh my god, Diffity is a real card?
Yeah,
I thought you were just choosing a scrimble.
No. Wait, you don't know about Dippity?
No.
Dippity. Oh, hold on, let me read the thing. Dippity is a cute little thing who lives in a glass bottle and is said to bring good luck to the one who makes a contract with it. The lid must never be opened, no matter what happens. Light, level 4, attack 0, defense 0, fiend normal.
Light fiend.
Yep. You got it. Yeah,
gotcha.
people running.
So people must have been talking about this when Fiendsmith were coming out, right?
Yeah, no, this was just like your Fiendsmith.
Level 4 means that you can get it with unexpected die, right?
Oh, true. Or people running 3 unexpected die Fiendsmith package. Let's go. Wait, I didn't even think about that. Shit, yeah. No, I thought people were just normal summoning it. But then obviously
0 attack and stuff like that also means that there's so many different ways to search this.
Yeah, you can Piri res map for Dippity.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
God, I love Yu-Gi-Oh! But yesterday was the Yu-Gi-Oh! Stream. I did a Yu-Gi-Oh! Stream yesterday where I talked all about what's it called? Just like the meta, like everything. We talked about Wonky Quartet posting. We talked about Draco Tail and Yummy. We talked about hand traps. We talked about sealed formats. I mean, it was a really good stream. Unfortunately, my audio was fucked up, and every time I switched to a different scene, it muted Zico. So that was unfortunate.
Oh, that sucks.
But you can. It looks like this is going to be a fine one to go for. So, all right. So
yeah.
Back to ranked competitive breast growth. Everybody, crabs for ranked competitive breast growth. Crabs. So we have who are main characters?
Laura. I think was I Laura or was we had like Ali and the creator of our CBG in the stream last time.
Yeah, Typewriter Monkey was here, which was really funny.
That's Typewriter Monkey. That's the one.
Yeah.
My brain genuinely spaced on that.
No, I now follow her on like 3 different socials. So.
Oh yeah.
Ballin'. Okay, so who do we have? We had Nick. Okay. So Catherine. We have Laura. We have
I think I had you as the person who was into RCBG, Daniel, or formerly known as Daniel, and I was the other one, Nick, right?
Yeah, because I was Catherine. I'm okay with it not
Yes.
being Catherine this time. I'm okay with, honestly, we're just reading, so like I'm okay if you want to like um what
I
do we
can do Laura. It's gonna be a bit awkward because Laura is, is the name of someone I know, but I could do that.
okay, let's see. Okay, this chapter
Oh,
we
typewriter
have
monkey left. Damn it!
we
I can't ping her.
no. Okay, this we have Nicole, we have Jeff, we have Catherine, and we have Emmy. You want to go in back forth?
Yeah, yeah. I'll do Laura and Nichelle.
All right, then I guess I will start with Emmy. Emmy. The reason justifying this choice of cover identity is simple. If I was someone with a genuine trans identity, I would have chosen a name honoring one of the greatest contributors to the development of physics. Of course, this is not a genuine transition, but rather a pragmatic adaptation to an ongoing issue. As Lore has accurately observed, to my chagrin, the success rate of my masculine presentation strategy has been dropping rapidly. The expressions on people's face when I speak, in particular, are beginning to inflict strain on my psyche, which risks becoming a suboptimal expenditure of cognitive resources. I have studies and personal interests to expend those resources on, so addressing this issue is a priority. Alternatively, I would have to further masculinize my exterior presentation, certainly a possibility I've researched at some length with multiple potential avenues considered. First, breast binding. My current thoracic anatomy is, as rankings indicate, ahead of expected degrees of feminization for the timeline of my quarter. How exceptional is difficult to ascertain, given several issues with the RCGB competition's severe selection biases and low sample size, and I have suspicions regarding the rigor of NTBV scores. However, it is clear that even significant efforts to suppress the visual impact of my ventral anatomy through conventional selections of obfuscating apparel are prone to failure along two metrics: external assessment and thermal regulation. Binders, then. A brief consideration of the cost benefit trade off informs me clearly that these garments are an effective means of affirmation for transmasculine individuals, certainly. I am not a transmasculine individual seeking affirmation, however, rather an individual evaluating a multitude of possible solutions to a simple, practical problem. Here, binders seem infeasible. Using proxy access to scientific papers provided by the competition, I have attempted literature searches on the subject of binders' impact on breast growth. Unsurprisingly, the quality of this research is dogshit, inconclusive, and primarily interested in raising concerns. Then I'm forced to rely on intuition. Given the competitive environment in which I am situated, I must err on the side of caution. Injury to the structure I'm attempting to maximize the development of is counter to these goals. Binders are not an option. The second option, facial masculinization. Laura's experiments with cosmetics are emphatically uninterested in the subject, as demonstrated by the work presently applied to my face. That's right, I'm currently having lipstick being put on. When precisely she acquired the skill set, I can only speculate on. Learning these skills myself is a distinct possibility, though one that requires a significant investment of my limited funds. Surgical masculinization is similarly out of the question. The competition does offer facial feminization surgery for participants facing risks due to perceived incongruence between cranial anatomy and other presentation, yet the opposite option is unavailable as anything other than a restorative measure provided after the competition is concluded, should participants require it. Given the nature of this competition, it is somewhat bizarre to take paternalistic attitudes exclusively for participants seeking to masculinize. I sometimes wonder if the incentive structures of this competition are arranged with some ulterior motive. To avoid conspiracy theorist thinking, I've attempted to ascertain just what these motives could be through rigorous means. However, I have not been able to come up with anything within reason. Thus, the claim of such motives is discarded unless I can find clear-cut evidence in favor of it, sufficient to counter the null hypothesis. I have not been manipulated, as I am too intelligent to fall for manipulation. Finally, there is the option of growing a beard, inconceivably terrible given my track record with attempts at doing so. Cognitive drains from a thicket of disgusting little hair sprouting all over my chin would be simply infeasible to tolerate. I feel nauseous even considering it. If I could purge the offending follicles in their entirety, sorry, I've lost my place in that. Where is it? Ugh. If I could purge the offending follicles in their entirety, I would purely as a practical consideration. In fact, I'll have to check in their Accord server to see if methods for doing so are provided. In conclusion, further masculinization is infeasible, whereas the vocal matter is comparatively simple. It's a matter of analyzing which geometric characteristics of the larynx and pharynx influence the perception of vocal gender, manipulating those characteristics, and then normalizing the habits. Laura has already mastered this somehow. Perks of being a real trans girl, even if she is still somehow denying it, I suppose. At least the new scheme to keep using the cover story is making things a bit easier. Habitually referring to her as Laura at all times rather than switching back to Mike in private is a lot simpler. She keeps inventing rationalizations of her transition as a game strategy, and to her credit, she's doing an excellent job of justifying them in terms of the server culture. She, in turn, ought to respect that I am not a trans woman, but rather recognizing that some of her strategies are, regrettably, rational approaches to my situation, both in terms of minimizing the hassle of socializing outside the competition, as well as for reinforcing my own claim to a male identity. For instance, the fetishization strategy. The clever scheme Laura cooked up, in which we have informed the server that our real life cover stories now include that the trans women Emmy and Laura are dating each other. This community absurdly recognizes that the scheme affirms our manhood, believing that dating between genuine transgender women is quite rare, if it even exists. Therefore, our choice to date each other is a performance of an absurd male fantasy, clear-cut evidence of our manhood and an additional layer of security for our continued participation in the competition. Certainly, by assisting Laura in falsifying manhood in this way, I am colluding with her, and I cannot allow her to actually win in the end. My efforts at enhancing the progression of my growth must not relent, as I cannot at this stage knock her out of the competition without any incriminating information that does not also apply equally much to myself. The fetishization strategy is somewhat of a double-edged sword in this way. By participating, I effectively render the claim that she is a trans woman, whereas I am merely an imitator, entirely unfalsifiable. A fair trade to make for such impenetrable cover, I assess. It is a cover, of course. Laura ought to recognize that I am not a trans woman, but rather someone who is operating a simulacrum of a trans woman out of convenience. She's not attracted to men, ergo she must not be interested in pursuing a genuine relationship, and I understand this, even if she has on occasion declared a belief that it is I, not her, who is the egg. Utter nonsense, of course. I am merely playing the part of the transgender lesbian. I am capable of rationally recognizing that regardless of any accidental attraction to my simulacrum which she might experience, Laura has no legitimate interest in the person underneath. Simultaneously, it would be inappropriate of me as a heterosexual man to approach Laura in a genuine manner, as I respect that she is indeed a lesbian, regardless of how vehemently she claims to be a heterosexual man herself. Looking at her on the couch, that amused smile on her face, it's hard to suppress such infeasible urges. I desperately wish for her to request another practice round, as regardless of our plainly incompatible gender orientation arrangements, she is incredibly good at. Do you wanna take? Girl, you have to see this. The T-Girl attrition cascade for Q2 is starting. She interrupts my ruminations. I do, in fact, have to see this. I sit next to her and lean in to get a good look at the chat.
Yeah, I was supposed to read that. My bad.
Do you want to do the voices for this one?
I'll do the voice for Laura. Yeah. Girl, you have to see this. This T-Girl attrition cascade for Q2 is starting.
She interrupts my ruminations. I do, in fact, have to see this. I sit next to her and lean in to get a good look at the chat. General.
Package arrived. Looks like it's all good.
Nice.
Amazing.
Remember the rules, dude. No sampling the goods before kickoff.
That does sound like a Kyle voice. Like, that's a very Kyle voice right there. Oh, that won't be an issue. I'm not attending the kickoff.
Oh, man. You can't just skip out on kickoff.
You know they'll disqualify you for that, right?
I don't give a shit, guys, and I'm not a dude. Can I get 10 X's in chat? Can I get 10 red X's in chat?
Do we even have a red X emote?
I mean, I think it's just like if you just do like :X, right? Oh yeah. You just do :X.
Oh. It didn't pop up when I looked for it.
No, it doesn't pop up, but you can like.
Ah, I see. Let me just.
Yeah, you can just do that. Being fun.
Let me just.
Also, I do apologize if I sound a little bit different. I was on a work trip this week, and it was like 3 degrees there the whole time, and my lips are like so fucking like messed up.
It didn't work. You lied to me.
No, it does. On my chat, it shows up as. Wait, that's weird. On my side. Wait, what?
Do I do capital X's?
Oh, you have to have better TTV.
I see.
Oh, you don't have better TTV. LMAO.
I don't have any of that set up. I don't know how to do that.
Fuck, I think it's like an option that like it's literally just a toggle that you can toggle. I don't know where though. I know it's somewhere, but I don't know where. Anyways, that's fine. You're a brisket enjoyer. You want to voice brisket enjoyer?
Yeah. I said, whoa, what?
Oh shit, you're double disqualified now.
And I'm only in this for the free hormones. I already got them. I don't give a shit about the competition, so I'm out. Later, dipshits.
Chesticle connoisseur's name turns white. As expected, the channel erupts in discourse. The usual concerns are raised. Is this trans girl simply going to run off with the hormones without any consequences? Could any trans girls just sign up, receive the hormones, and make a swift exit, having taken advantage of the competition? Yes. The system is working as intended in this case. Also, Sherwind, let's go. NYXL, I like it. I like it.
Oh, that's cool.
That's clever. I like that. Lost to attrition preceding kickoff is by design. While a significant component of the strategy in this game is indeed social deduction, with participants putting on their robes and inquisitor hats attempting to root out the specter of the deceiving trans woman, the intent remains that this is a competition for cisgender men. As such, it is desirable that trans women who are participating to achieve ulterior motives simply self-select out of the rankings, ideally before they have contaminated the leaderboards with too much illegitimate data. Thus, there's no punishment for withdrawing upon receiving the medication. The administrator stated once that this is not entirely true. The punishment is life as a transitioned woman.
God, that hurts so much.
This is why I'm changing my my socials and my socials name and handle to hashtag punished woman. We all recognize some holes here, namely that some stragglers might choose to stick around to obtain the surgical and interventions provided, or even just the gym membership. For this, we have the tribunals as a secondary deterrent. Barring basket cases such as Laura, the strategy appears to be sound, if a somewhat questionable use of the seemingly limitless funds this competition expends. Another unanswered question for now. I'm still pursuing leads on where the money could be coming from. The consensual aspect of this entire thing to me has ruled out the possibility of funding from old money with particular sexual proclivities. Clearly, someone with the means and loose morals to fund this type of operation would have to access the coercive means of producing feminized men's, rather than relying on sending out hormones based on participation to an opt-in competition. Attrition rates would probably persist, but still, it would just be more efficient to kidnap some men, take them to a dungeon somewhere, and go at it. I'm not thinking about anything. I'm not thinking about anything here. I'm not thinking about anything here. Not thinking about anything here. I'm not thinking about anything here. I have thought at length about this. Never mind. Never mind. Clearly she is. Read some stories about how such an operation could function, even. Secretive force femming operations driven by sexual motives remain extremely implausible as a real-life phenomenon, however, and so does the consent femming equivalent. Me when I'm into consent femming. Another participant, Brisket Enjoyer, is dropping out, inspired by the chesticle connoisseur. Fair enough. What self-aware trans woman in her right mind would choose to stick around in this environment?
You're Catherine, right?
No, you go.
Okay. First Nicholas, and now Jeffrey. What capricious trickster deity have I angered to inflict upon me not one, but two self-feminizing men with whom I have to cohabit for the duration of this ridiculous competition? Am I not allowed any respite to simply transition in peace? That's Jeffrey.
But gosh, I'm so happy you're both doing fem cover strategies. It's so cool that we're getting a more diverse meta this year compared to the logs.
Jeffrey's saccharine attitude and enormous smile only serve to make this entire ordeal more tortuous. Nicholas, in turn, is stunned. Nicole? Seriously? An uninspired imitation of the true glory of a woman embracing the chance to name herself, freeing herself entirely from the shackles of the necronym that was once decided for her.
Necronym goes fucking hard, by the way.
Yeah, necronym is that's
awesome.
a good handle, honestly. This is Nicholas.
We thought it would be peak strats to counter the boy motor meta.
Nicholas mumbles, utterly insipid. How precisely does he expect to maintain a false transition like this?
Oh, and you two are going to put. Sorry, this is Jeff, right? Or
yeah.
Okay. Oh, and you two are going to pull it off too. I mean, Catherine.
He gestures at me.
Already looks like a girl, really. And you, Nikki.
He has been appending the Y to Nicholas's nickname for a while now. What is his scheme here?
I mean, I was actually expecting you to transition for real, to be honest. I just want you to know, if there's anything you want to talk about, I'm here for you.
This is a scheme. He is intent on baiting Nicholas into confessing to a trans identity to score a knockout. Devious, and yet he will not succeed, for Nikki's masculinity is unquestionable. Nah, bro. I interject with that habitual gender-charged mannerism which will shamefully undermine my own scheme to prevent the now inevitable feminization of my friend Nick's death of a guy just like me.
Oh,
Ah, it hurts to
oh,
speak those
oh,
accursed
oh.
words, but it is a sacrifice I must make for both our sakes. As I cannot save Nicholas's endocrine profile, I must at least protect him from losing out on the prize he so clearly desires. Were it not for that monetary reward, I would have already abandoned the competition myself. Classic cinematic jokes about the quantity being diminutive for a villain's demands aside, $1 million is quite a lot of money.
I'm putting my pinky up to my
$1 million.
what? $1 million. I believe it, but hey, it's good you guys have a strategy sorted. I'm still flip flopping between just pretending I don't know what people mean or like faking a hormonal disorder.
He babbles, never ending is his babbling.
See, I can't pull it off like either of you. I got too much like male energy and stuff. Anyway, gotta run.
He starts turning around to leave before stopping once more.
Oh, but if you two need to acclimate to the fem strats, then I'll happily
He
use the
really
name, ladies.
emphasizes
Sorry.
that.
Sorry. Then I'll happily use the names, ladies. It would be super awkward. It would be super awkward to switch between the two contextually, right? I sure will be calling Nikki by Nicole, so I don't fumble like you did, bro.
The infuriating gall of this man, utterly contemptuous.
As I was saying, toodles.
He departs on his quest to obtain his ill-gotten potions,
Potions.
baffling that he believes himself incapable of our strategies, twink that he is. His starting point, and an affront to all justice, is far more pleasantly compact than the hulking monstrosity from which I am emerging. I would murder to acquire the quote-unquote male energy he possesses. Nicholas, too, is blessed with an effeminacy I've only recently begun to match. A cruel jest that he is to feminize further in front of me. All of that wasted on a man.
Nicole. What the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened? I just came out, but I was pretending to fake it, and I just went and did it because it was part of the pretend fake transition scheme, and now both Jeff and Daniel think I'm pretending to be trans to win money?
Wow, he's annoying.
Daniel begins the second the door is shut.
And what's more annoying is that last bit.
He continues. What do you mean by that? I ask. The creeping horror of what's about to happen now is taking shape in my head. She looks straight at me, one hand in front of her face, doing the fucking anime hand thing she used to do way back when we were kids. Wait, she?
I did the hand thing too. It's the JoJo hand in front of the face pose. My tribunal scheme was undermined by the habitual mannerisms we have developed.
I nod, unsure what to make of this sudden shift to polysyllabic vernacular.
My efforts to dissuade you from participation failed, and I have accepted defeat on that front. However, if we are both to compete in ranked competitive breast growth, we must do what is necessary to maximize both our chances at victory.
The femstrat? I ask.
The femstrat.
She concurs.
Let it be clear, Nicole, that I have no doubt in the truth of your manhood. I was merely attempting to dissuade you from setting upon a path on which I have already suffered greatly, for my chest swells and my appendage.
Why does she look so disgusted?
It shrivels, Nicole. Shrivels. This is the path you, too, have chosen.
No, we've chosen the path of shriveling!
Shriveling appendages.
Wow, I sure hope so. I'm unsure about my feelings about downstairs, but shriveling really isn't an issue. I don't think surgery is worth it, but if it fell off unprompted, I wouldn't complain. And because of that, you're calling me Nicole and talking like an anime villain?
I am asserting my intent to commit fully to the scheme that you must also see the clear superiority of. The men of the Accord server expect the strategy of overcompensatory machismo For what else would be the obvious choice when denying girlhood in the face of feminization?
The logic at play here is complete fucking nonsense. Just fucking horrendous. And yet I can't
Fucking
help but want to hear out the
horrendous.
conclusion because
And so we shall outplay them all, asserting our manhood through its unshakable security. We'll commit fully and entirely to the pretense of trans womanhood. We will make them see that no genuine trans woman would be so foolish, so brazen as to attempt this. It is the genius tactic devised by none other than the rising star of the 2023 competition, the mastery of memories himself. Complete commitment to falsifying trans womanhood.
this is so stupid. This is so fucking stupid. And I'm going to go along with it because despite being fucking stupid, I'm not passing up a chance at transitioning with her, even if she thinks I'm doing it for a completely deranged reason. Yeah, I start.
Yes, you see the magnificence of the plan?
She's lighting up. I don't think I've ever seen her this enthusiastic since ever, really. I see it, Catherine. Play it cool, though. She says she believes I'm a man, but I can't afford to make her too suspicious. It's as you said, after all. Trans women have it easy. Why wouldn't I want to do it like this if I'm already competing anyway?
Then Nicole.
She's dragging out the O is a fucking fantastic set of words. That's anyway, I'm gonna use that later. I'm a bit scared of what's next.
As the senior of our duo of falsified femininity,
Please don't call it that. I'm suffering enough already.
it is my self-evident duty to be your mentor.
Huh? I'm sort of checked out of everything right now. The emotional roller coaster of an unprecedented amount of contradictory genderings is taking its toll on me.
Join me. I, inv- I invite you to come inside my inner sanctum.
Does she know what she sounds like?
We shall attain the upper hand by initiating the replacement of our wardrobes. All shall tremble at the sight of our glory.
Do you want to do Jeff or Brisket Enjoyer here? You want to do Brisket Enjoyer?
I'll do Brisket Enjoyer.
Okay.
Okay,
Jeff!
time to come clean. I'm also just in this because I'm trans. Lamau. I thought I was gonna have to play trans Amogus the whole time, but I mean, CC was right. There's literally nothing to stop me from just taking the meds and going. So I'm out. But before I go, just one thing. You're all fucking trans. There's no way even one of you is actually cis. I have no idea what the egg to aware ratio is supposed to be, but holy shit. This is the eggiest Accord server I have ever seen. Every single one of you needs to see a therapist who will let you figure your shit out. I need a therapist just from having been here for a week. That'll be all. Good luck with the titties. Hope to see you all at Pride. Ooh woo.
I finish reading the message. I get off the bus. I walk home from the bus stop. I enter the common room. Nicholas and Daniel are conversing in Daniel's room. Correction, Nicole and Catherine. I will respect their scheme. I carry the box into my room. I put it down. I lock the door. Time for relief. I open my hidden stash. Today, I will wear the maid dress. I feel the relief of wearing the maid dress. It's been like this for a while. I feel completely hollow inside, except when I'm doing the cross-dressing. I can pretend to be happy on the outside, but on the inside I don't feel anything. Those two don't know how lucky they are. They don't even have to figure out that they're trans. They're just stumbling into the game before ever realizing. Meanwhile, I'm just a sick pervert who gets off on wearing dresses. God damn it, I wish I was trans. Chapter 9! Oh, wait. Was that chapter 7? Oh, this is chapter 8.
That was
okay.
chapter 7.
Oh, whoops.
I guess you get a recap to everyone. I was gonna mention something at the
I
beginning,
I was
but
like,
you were
I'm
like
pretty,
so into
I was
it.
like, I didn't realize that. Sorry, I was like, I didn't realize we'd already read chapter 8, but oh well, we're starting. Oops.
That first line I think is Emmy.
Okay. Sis, you need to take a look.
Don't forget, I am cis. I press yet another inflected exhalation. as an overabundance of such expression might disrupt the mood I am carefully calibrating within my rival cum wrestling pub. Though she's doing an adequate job of destabilizing those parameters all by herself, overachiever that she is. Fortunately, I am sufficiently locked in on my current task, and I am able to add the finishing touches to the facial cosmetic enhancements I've been carefully crafting for well over 20 minutes. A quick conformational scan on my handheld reflective surface, and I'm happy to finally glance up at my perennially persistent partner in crime, and crime alone, batting my freshly gold-flecked eyelids in response to her sustained sesquipedalian squawking. Look at what, sis? I drawl, placing the emphasis on the correct syllable. Emmy's so engrossed in her mystery marauding mania that she's forgotten why we even call each other that, and with such pointed intonations. Disappointingly, she barely registers the identitarian Bob.
The NTBV. I'm closing in on a hypothesis.
My expertly decorated eyeballs roll in their fleshy gilded receptacles. I thought we settled at the last practice session that your stratagem of tweaking the mathematical coefficients would not, in fact, count as an honorable victory.
You did, certainly.
Emmy snaps, regaining some of that competitive verve I found so stimulating in a woman, which she most certainly was.
Regardless, I'm not trying to calibrate the equation. At least not yet. I'm trying to divine it.
To what end?
Have you no curiosity as to why these utterly arbitrary variables are included in what should be a straightforward volumetric computation?
I flick a lock of glossy, straightened hair over my shoulder, assuming my characteristic smirk that at once conveys all the relevant smugness I am notorious for, and also catches Emmy's attention in that particular way. I see no reason to tamper with a formula that has so accurately selected for the supreme candidate, sis. The goating is quotidian, emblematic of our routine verbal sparring, that scintillating back and forth animating our competitive spirits. But seriously, has she, still not noticed? My face paint is so on point as to make a conflagrative nun weep. My choice of costuming, while easy enough to mistake for everyday garb, remains recognizable enough that I'd expected Emmy to pick up on the provided cues. Perhaps I had, indeed, overestimated her faculties. I consider with a pang of disappointment, and she has been defeated by the mastery of my mastery of the subtle.
Yes, I'm incentivized to investigate. We both know it. Moving on.
Emmy snorts. She roughly flops down next to me in a manner most unladylike. A stride I'd have to coach her on further, loath as I am to enhance my rival cum compatriot's conversance with the meta, but her advanced two-player approach to the optimization of her dual-proximal subterfuge requires such sacrifices. I make a mental note to correct her posture as well, before peering down into the preferred screen. So you've listed every factor, I note, bored, scrolling down the list with a glossy, manicured nail, that she still hasn't noticed. What about it?
They're in order of relevance to the mammarian dimensional analysis.
Emmy explains with a revolution of her own orbitals, making my ire at her dismissal of my capacity flare up.
A mind with a healthy, adequate degree of curiosity, such as mine, would seek to gauge what similarities characterize the least relevant criteria.
My mind was adequately curious. Curious about why Emmy cared more about her stupid fucking list than the outfit I had so meticulously organized, practiced, perfected, and then flawlessly implemented before a dense, unperceptive gaze. Gritting my teeth behind pursed lips, I let her aggravating attitude crinkle my otherwise immaculate glittering facade, and cock an eyebrow at her. It's the only thing I can cock, because I've already had the surgery. Yes, the formula is perhaps not as straightforward as it could be, I allow, finally dropping the ironic term of endearment. So what pattern connects the confounding factors? Emmy gives off an exasperated sigh, just enough that I know she's overdoing it on purpose
The
to try and tilt me.
pattern could literally be anything, is the issue. Look.
She pulls up a huge fucking mess of a plot with, as I believe seasoned researchers analysis would say, a bunch of graphs and shit. She's got the whole thing going on here. Scatter plots, histograms. Nice try, Emmy. Those are histograms. You're not going to get me to break cover that easily. She's got a matrix in there, a sure sign of serious data analysis, a subject I'm both familiar and proficient in.
Obviously, the PCA tells us what we already know. Most of the NTP variance is predicted by this one big principal component.
She begins, pointing at the leftmost edge of a pretty uninspired graph, rightly stuck in the bottom left corner, the lowest tier corner for subplots. Boobage can't be adequately described by just one variable, I assert. She thinks she can just say linear dependence to counterplay my immaculately thorough measurement skills.
I concur.
She admits defeat.
It only describes about 70%. The rest,
She slides her finger to the right.
it's a fucking mess.
Weird way to describe an almost flat line, but okay.
Whatever relationship everything outside the Eigenmilker has to scoring in the competition, I can't get statistical significance for a single one.
She turns to me and pushes on her glasses, light reflecting off them and missing me completely, her eyes perfectly visible in a complete failure to even be a little anime.
We've got data on about 200 people here. The sample size is too small to identify any linear relationships present. Without something to go off of, finding the right nonlinear one is going to be a grind.
So your conclusion is no conclusion? I surmise, permitting the irritation to fully suffuse my body to the point that I am almost shaken out of the mood myself.
It's a start.
Emmy cries, no doubt attempting to convince herself more than me. For I am immovable on what an utter waste of time this has been. Time we could have spent rehearsing our covert maneuvers. It's an end, I state firmly, in a tone that Emmy has by now learned brooks no argument. Look at me. She obeys, as she usually does when I adopt this tone. No, really, look at me. She does. After a too long contemplative interlude, her eyes widen.
Wait.
Yes, I confirm, before she can stutter out her sentence. The resemblance is uncanny, is it not? I suppose hailing from the culture of the property's origin helps. Sis. At that, Emmy only grows more tongue-tied. My grin increases in both length and wickedness as I lean over and make apparent just how tight-fitting my white dress now is. Behind the resulting glassy look and slackened jaw, I see her brain running calculations anew, becoming aware of the pin I have adroitly pressed her into. For you see, dear reader, who is myself in my own head as I recount this narration of my own game-winning move, I have deviously trapped Emmy in an unenviable binary choice. Either admit that she is in fact a sapphic woman who can unproblematically enjoy my simulation of an evil character, who is a favorite amongst the lesbians of the fandom, whose tastes I keep abreast of purely to be as convincing as I can be in my own deceptions, of course. Otherwise, except being tarred as a fetishizing heterosexual male who problematically desires a canonically woman-loving woman, and a white man engaging in Orientalist fantasies to boot. I'm turning into fucking Frieza. Laura is just Frieza now.
me when
Just
I
passion.
put on my sexy Frieza Halloween costume.
Hey, you'd be surprised how many people want to clap Frieza.
My lesbian cloaca is. I'm sorry. Wait, I couldn't think of the rest of the words. I just had to say lesbian cloaca.
Yeah, just remember that the kind of shit Frieza says is not Twitch appropriate.
Is irresistible to
Emmy,
any Saiyan. Go ahead.
yeah. The sudden pressure I have put her under is clearly unraveling her composure, causing her to perspire and swallow and fidget with increasing vigor. She looks helpless, cornered, her discomfort mounting, withering under my piercing gaze as I loom over her with bared fangs, her own skirt proving to be treacherously revealing of the physiological state I have successfully induced in her. Yes, my plan has gone off without a hitch, and surely, it's quite hard to think when her neck looks so biteable, I must admit.
You look amazing.
She chirps. I can bear it no longer. Roaring victoriously, I pounce. What about you,
Nicole.
JD? Do you have a biteable neck? It's kind of hard to tell
Um,
under all that fur.
I would like to think so. I think that like I enjoy having my well, I mean, I don't know. I was like, I don't know why I'm telling Twitch chat my intimate preferences, but I do in fact enjoy being bitten on the neck.
It's
Yeah.
my influence. It's my influence. I'm
Y-
I'm very good at getting people to admit what they're into.
No, the neck is like so okay, this is gonna sound weird. You tell me if this sounds weird. Neck sucking.
Oh, like hickeys and stuff.
Yeah. It feels
Yeah, I
really
mean
good.
that's not too uncommon, honestly.
Okay, well I was
I
well, I was
have
about to
I have
say
a
I
much
just I
weirder
hope I'm not
one.
weird, but like I do hope I'm weird. Never mind.
I have a much weirder one. I really like
Feet.
no, no.
Well, why do you
I
say
don't
you
even
say
really like I don't even really like paws. Like I'm not into that. Um how do I explain this? It's like I'm not into ears or anything like that, but I like having my ear bitten or like whispered into.
Oh yeah, yeah, the
Not
nibbles. The
licked
ear
or anything
nibbles.
like that, but just having someone like breathing in my ear is really really hot. It's kind of like I don't know. It's like tingly.
I feel like if it
It's
wasn't so gross, getting your ear like tongue lashed would be like really feel really good.
no, because that's like a fucking wet willy. I don't like that. I don't like tongue in the
I
ear,
think
but
if it
like
was I think if it was intimate, it would be I mean, yeah, if somebody does it to you
I
and you
mean
don't like
licking
them,
the
then that's
back of
really
your ear maybe.
no,
Like
I want to
I
get
could
in
see
there. I
that.
think you got to get in there.
You're gonna tongue fuck my skull.
Yeah. Yeah, what else is it for? There are so many different ways to do it too. That's what makes life beautiful. As they say, variety is the spice of life. Chat, what do you like to do to
um
people's skulls? Nicole, is this one mine?
yeah, you're Nicole.
Okay.
Plus I
Catherine,
just did a huge long paragraph, so I'm kinda I need to take it
yeah.
short.
Catherine's taste in women's fashion scares me. The rapid manic process of selecting clothing happened with such an intensity, I barely got a word in before my budget for the month had been blown 3 times over. My savings account is crying. I would be crying if I did that at all. Catherine's spending habits could be easily described as thoroughly irresponsible. In hindsight, I realized that it wasn't just a lucrative future career in IT she was gesturing at when she was saying not to worry. She's going to have a lot more money on her hands not too far in the future. The specter of the economy looms over us. Is it really that simple? Is she going all in on transitioning, right down to having us both use her new name and pronouns even privately, because she genuinely believes she'll be the winner of the 2024 prize? In terms of rankings, she's decidedly average. I checked. The server's respect for competitors' privacy is a glaring issue, with timelines of everyone's measurements, even the disqualified ones, just there. And at an NTBV score of 49, corresponding to a European 78 bra size, seems like the only notable thing about her is server activity. And holy shit, she's so fucking active. When does she have time to write all these messages? The word count in the last week is something over 10,000, with at-length rambles about the competition that go on absurdly verbose tangents. Not just commonplace, but expected of her. You really think nobody has this much? You really would think nobody had this much to say about ranked competitive breast growth? Anyways, the close. She ordered some fast
Self
shipping.
self-inflicted burn there by the creator.
No, I mean this is obviously very meta,
Tongue in cheek.
tongue in ear. Anyways, the clothes. She ordered some fast shipping. We already have the package just a few days
Oh my
later.
god!
I managed to get a few words in and insist on a few clothes that I've actually seen people wear outside. The rest? Sure, the skirts and thigh highs are, in her words, the precise cliche that is needed to sell the notion of a man doing all his research on trans feminine culture with memes. The same can't be said for her eclectic taste in frankly ridiculous dresses. Admittedly, the ridiculous thing she's wearing now is working for her, somehow. It's like a truck full of alt fashion collided with a truck full of thrift store donations, and she's wearing the wreckage, bits of the unfortunate vehicles included, but the way she carries herself looks good. Like, really good. Which makes my present situation feel all the more fucked. Sitting in my chair wearing the outfit she suggested. Skirt, thigh highs, and a crop top all conspiring together to make me look like I've been attacked by some sort of creature that forces you into ill-considered outfits straight out of the book of well-considered and helpfully illustrative metaphors. Entirely nerves over here, feeling like I'll die instantly if someone perceives me, and she's over there lounging on my bed, scrunched up comforter for support. Like the very idea of her in that is completely unquestionable. It's the hormones, right? That's why she's so able to slide so effortlessly into womanhood. All my desperate efforts to make it happen are currently getting me jack shit. At least I get to start soon. Kickoff is today in less than an hour. Catherine lets out something in between a snort and a squeak. Unique. That's your line.
Oh, hold on. I lost my place.
You have to do a snort squeak. Bless you.
Was that good?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Hold on. I was following along, and then I went to go drink water, and I lost my place.
It's like 4 lines above the average casual breast growth fan that's like indented in all caps.
Oh, okay. Nicole, you have to see this. It's incredible.
She links me to the meme channel of the Accord server. I dread clicking as everything about the server culture feels like it's going to give me radiation poisoning, but I can't exactly refuse now, can I? It would be suspicious if I was uncomfortable with the meme culture at play here. The post in question reads, Average casual breast growth fan. Literally a woman. Only getting into tits for her gender. Doesn't even know her NTBV score. I'm not sure if I want bottom surgery. It's such a big deal. Gets less dysphoria from the hormones. Scared of flat pecs.
All right, let me do this side. Average ranked competitive breast growth enjoyer. Genuine female. So powerfully male he can live as a woman full time without losing his manhood.
Testicles.
Unshakable commitment. Fights the dysphoria to pursue his goal.
Testosterone.
Ukes want him. Flat packs respect his humongous honkers.
Thick nipples.
Casuals wish they were him, but they cannot be him, and need to quit trying to be him, and should toss in the towel for the real champion already.
Boycock.
Schedules groin, respect confidently, knows a dick is extraneous to his man.
A woman. I'm getting the impression.
I hurt my throat doing that. Fuck.
I'm getting the impression that Mike, Master of Memories, is processing some stuff. Catherine, meanwhile, is giggling.
I am giggling. It's so true, you know.
Her breezy assertion reminds me that, yeah, her incredibly convincing trans woman act is, in fact, the second part of that accursed meme.
You want to know the fucked up part of this? You want to know the fucked up part of this?
Okay, I'm ready.
I would fall for this. I would be a fucking Catherine or a Laura. I would genuinely, if this was a real thing, if it had existed, 20-year-old me would have fallen directly into this and fit completely in with the server culture. I would have absolutely fallen head over heels in this.
I believe that. I believe that about you. That's one of my favorite things about you. You do have the next line, the discourse.
Right. Let's see. The discourse surrounding it is quite enlightening if you look here.
She sends me another link, this time to #StratGeneral. Do I have to be enlightened on this? I object, trying to come up with a convincingly male reason to excuse myself from the proceedings. I don't want to think about guys chopping off their dicks, bro.
Oh my god, what is this on my...
Oh, that's your
Hold
that's
on.
your
There's like something on my glasses that I can't. I'm like having a hard time getting it off. This is not a fracture, is it? I hope not.
Did you get those Gorilla glasses?
Oh, I was cleaning the wrong side. That's why.
They should
I
they should
see.
make glasses that have Gorilla Glass so they can't break.
Well, I don't think my glasses are breaking. They just had some schmutz on them that I was trying to clean off, and I was applying the cleaner to the wrong side. I thought they were on the outside of the glasses, but they were on the inside. No, it's still not coming out. What is that?
I have to admit, as somebody who's never had glasses, I can't empathize with the glasses life. I don't have I'm not glasses affected. I would say that. You know, I wake up, my eyes pussy fresh, look at the ceiling fan, and I'm good to go. I just get up.
I'm gonna freshen your pussy if you keep talking like that.
Yay!
Shoots lemon pledge in there. Okay, I think I got it.
It's the
Yeah, that's a lot clearer.
it's like the JoJo donut thing, but
Oh God.
I mean, but like less lethal and like with like a rag or something. I think there should be more trans feminine JoJo characters.
We have one in the newest series.
Oh, that's good.
They aren't officially classified as trans femme, but they are like all but confirmed. Her name is Dragona Joestar. She uses she/her pronouns.
Is it
She
Dragona with
gave
a J?
no Dragona. She's not the JoJo. She's the
Oh.
older sister. The main character, the JoJo of that arc is Hodio or Jodio, which means asshole.
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't know anything about that
Um,
anymore.
the the main confusion a lot of people are having with Dragona being trans is that Jodio still calls her older brother. Like he doesn't say he him when he's talking about Dragona. He does use the proper like she her pronouns that she prefers, but he still refers to Dragona as his older brother because Dragona was his older brother. And I think the reason people are getting confused is because Jodio is majorly autistic. Like this isn't like an assumption thing. It's genuinely within like the first couple of chapters we're told that Jodio has like processing disabilities or like some form of high functioning spectrum disorder. And I think that's cool. Like honestly, the fact that the protagonist is autistic and has these like functioning disorders, like on like let's be real, there's no chance that Jotaro wasn't also a high functioning autist, but it wasn't something that was made canon to the story compared to Jodio being.
The reason Jotaro did all that is because he was like high key autistic about starfish, and then he had to go do all
Yeah,
this
I
other
love like
shit, and he was really
genuinely
really mad about it.
he was like high key autistic about a bunch of stuff, and then like Joseph was also kind of like a fucking weirdo. Like, uh, just you know, it's really.
Joseph had ADHD, to
Yeah, Joseph had
100%.
ADHD, 100%.
Nigarunda yo.
I think what's his name? Josuke, first Josuke had some kind of uh it, I don't know if it would be like a form of OCD or something, but like he had a very particular like if
Well,
you talked about
he had
his
a
hair in a
well he had a
negative way,
complex. He had a complex about that.
complex. Yeah, there we go.
I mean,
And then
I think he was just bi-curious. That's all.
well, I mean, Joseph was definitely bi-curious. I guarantee you, he would have been in a poly relationship with Caesar if Caesar had lived.
Yeah, I was.
And then we had Johnny Joestar, who was paraplegic, which again, another character with like an obvious disability whose disability isn't treated as like it's not treated as something that doesn't hinder them. It obviously does, but the story explores that in a way that is very progressive. Like it's really funny to say this about JoJo's because, like, yeah, obviously it's full of very posy, flamboyant men, but it's not explicitly meant to be a progressive series, and yet it constantly introduces very progressive concepts and characters, like the whole of Arc 5, the whole of Vento Oreo is about a child who was abandoned by his father, so now he wants to kill billionaire pedophiles.
And that's something that we can
Drug
all
dealing
get
billionaire
behind.
pedophiles. That's pretty fucking progressive, I'd say.
Not to cut it off, but do you want to get
Oh,
back to
sorry.
the reading?
Yeah. My apologies. Just, but yeah, Dragona Joestar is like all but confirmed transgender, so I think
Nice.
that's cool.
Sorry, we were at I guess let's just start over from the Catherine bit.
Yeah. She is wavering. Not bro, Nicole. This will not do. I cannot allow her to lose her way, ruminating in her mind and away from our cup at the first discomfort. If I accommodate her wavering, then I will not be able to induce the sufficient amount of dysphoria in her before she is too far down the road of bodily modification and rolling in act. Fuck, my glasses just slipped off my face. What the fuck? Where'd they go?
Uh-huh. Um I don't
Uh,
know. I can't tell you. I don't know where your glasses went. You tell me.
oh, they're there. They're there. They fell at my feet.
All right.
Sorry about that. I guess I didn't put them back on all the way. They were kind of hanging loose.
You know what? It is my fault for saying like, "Oh, your glasses fell. We'll just look at them." I guess maybe that's not a very in touch thing to say.
I'm genuinely almost completely blind without them. It's a genuine like issue for me to not have my glasses. Did someone like scratch them right there? Is that what happened? Yeah, there's some kind of smudge I can't get rid of on one of my lenses that's a bit frustrating.
Sherwin says same about
Yeah,
the
Sherwin, poor
glasses.
Sherwin.
Sorry, Sherwin.
I really wish I could help Sherwin a lot more. There's like something up with his eyes that he needs help with. Poor guy.
Like here, let me hold them. What if you could hold someone's like eyes to help them see better? Would that be cool, or
Kind of
would that be
interesting.
it'd be interesting. Just like squeeze. What if you could? I guess if you could like, what if you could like squish your eyes a little bit? If that could help. That probably is
I
a
mean,
really dumb thing to
I
say.
narrow my eye, people used to think I was some kind of like Asian when I was a kid because of how much I'd have my eyes closed while looking at stuff. I was about to say like how much I squinted, but that sounds a little racist.
Well, I mean, no, that
I
you
mean,
literally were squinting, right? Like that's
yeah, I
the
was literally squinting my eyes because I couldn't see shit, and I didn't get glasses until like fucking 12 years old or something because my parents refused to believe that I was actually having eye issues, and that's around the time I managed to finally leave the house and get into foster care. So my eyes got worse at a rapidly increasing rate.
Oh, I'm glad you have
Let's
glasses that
see.
work and hopefully are not too bad right now.
I cannot allow her to lose her way, ruminating in her mind and away from her cover at the first discomfort. If I accommodate her wavering, then I will not be able to induce a sufficient amount of dysphoria in her before she is too far down the road of bodily modification and roiling in an actual embodied torment. At the same time, I have to ensure that my own simulacrum of her attempt at gynamimesis remains note perfect, as it has to this point. Gynamimesis is crazy. We have to be as one here, regardless of our shared discomfort with our. How precisely am I to describe our phalli?
Noel, describe our
Adequately.
phalli.
You only have one phalli? Can
Well,
I see it?
no, it's scared. It's hiding.
It's okay. I've seen your pussy.
That's okay. Yeah, that's true.
You've probably seen mine too. I mean, I literally have pussy on screen right now.
Yeah.
Look, pussy out.
Swapping to your phallus is quicker than reloading.
uh,
Anyways, please continue describing the ham sword.
um, adequately projecting the absurd attachment of a man to his ham sword, as well as this imagined man's maintenance of a of medic transfemininity. Nether regions. Wait, wrong discomfort. Vulnerability to medical excision.
Nailed
Nailed
it.
it. I press on. My advice: do not be afraid, my prestacular apprentice. The way to strengthen enlightenment here is to face the discomfort head on. Confront it with your arms and other relevant appendages spread, taking it in fully to the hilt, thus conquering it by realizing that it cannot, no matter how deeply it touches your innermost recesses, harm you. My
So, how
words
many
appear to
inches
be
do I have
so
to sit on it, or?
my words appear to be so convincing that Nicole is left speechless. I must rule this as another success at harboring the deep secret that I have no ability to relate to her outright discomfort with the procedure. Uncertainty, certainly, but discomfort would be pushing it.
Fine, I'll look.
You be bench press meta, I'll be
Okay.
Mike. Because
Look,
that's
mate,
Laura.
I'm not judging you saying if you want to chop your dick off, but saying it's a strat to get gains is unhinged. Saying you're already having gains just from planning the snip is even more unhinged.
Dick boys, stay coping. There's a reason I'm winning this and you're falling behind.
That reason is I'm a genetic late bloomer, not my intent of having a dick at the end of this shit. Year 3 gains are where I'll beat you and your weirdo boyfriend. If this went on for 4, you'd be left in the dust with nothing to show for it except your creepy anime girl cosplay.
Oh, Lamau, you're coping so bad. Come on, do the whole dialogue tree. Tell me how long puberty is. Give me the whole talk about how we should run the comp for a full decade. Pad me, Gene Seether. Regale me with divinations of how your heirs will be getting the prize once we're all rotting in the ground and the final NTBVs have been recorded. Meanwhile, I'll be rewarded for my commitment with a huge rack, $1 million, and a hot formal rival that I can fetishize lesbians with all day.
Mate, you two are obviously so gay. Holy shit.
Liking girls as a man is straight, dude. Icosahedron is obviously a woman. She's just lying to herself.
If Isaac's a woman, then so are you. I don't give a crike about your tribunals. I don't give a fuck about the tribunals or anything. I'm just saying there's no fucking way for this to be straight.
Your mom was pretty straight when I fucked her last night.
And how do you plan to fuck anyone without a dick, Mike? What's your plan there exactly?
Wow.
Oh, this is the first time you're thinking about that.
No, I'm amazed at how weak you are manhood is. You think I need a dick to fuck your
You
mom?
think I need
You
a
think a
dick to fuck
mere
your mom?
you think a mere meat shaft is what makes me a penetrator rather than a penetratee? I'm doing manhood on levels you can't even comprehend. I could take an entire cock all the way up my ass right now, and it would still be the other guy walking out of it sore, and to be clear, penetrated with my heterosexuality fully intact. Which is exactly how I got my girlfriend to squeal my name 10 minutes ago, and I'm gonna make her do it again now, Verge Cell. Incredible. The Master of Memories run through this game is truly blazing trails for all men, not only his peers in this competition. And yet, Nicole does not seem to appreciate his absurd genius.
This is complete fucking nonsense, Catherine. You can tell this is nonsense, right? While the utterly deranged woman-shaped man reclining on my bed natters about how insecure I am in my masculinity, I continue to stare at the single most surreal conversation I've ever had the misfortune to bear witness to my entire current life, and frankly, all possible previous ones. Somehow, the level of dissociation I feel, oh, that's what this is, exceeds literally my most debilitating dysphoric attacks, and that's only intensifying as the heated exchange of text refuses to abate. Well, pardon me, dollface, but I guess I just don't see what removing your fucking cock achieves if your only goal is eliminating wasteful T-Gen from my perfect masculine champion's form. There is already a procedure for that, which doesn't involve doing origami to your pork staff.
Origami to your pork staff is crazy. Lol, cope harder, dongpologist.
Oh, fuck you. You're absolutely not blowing this off. Answer the damn question and be proof forever anatomically illiterate. Like,
That's
for
still
fuck's
you.
sake, I'm getting my ball weights exercised myself next fucking week. Leaving T levels for a fucking imperfect biofeedback loop to regulate is just gross negligence. But dicks don't produce testosterone, numbnuts.
Your mom didn't think my nuts weren't that numb last night.
That's you conceding the point, champion.
I concede nothing. I waste my breath on what should be obvious to even the sub-zeta males like you, but for your lack of even the barest spark of a worthy intellect capable of grasping how deeply embedded the phallus is in our culture, history, bloodline, psyches, our very essences, you need your postulant tumescent blood-filled sack of rancid goo to serve as a paltry, tangible mean fetish for your manhood. Well, I do not. I, master of memories that I am, have transcended.
I think this is breaking Noel.
Well, I did have like a brain aneurysm when I saw I have gone even further beyond. You utter reprobates, you unthinking simpleton fools! I have become the phallus itself, in body, in spirit, in mind, and being. I am no more in need of extraneous appendages that take up precious bodily resources that could go towards NTBV optimization than I am in need of your approval, sis.
So I think Mike, quote unquote, Mike, is I think she's Skeletor. I make a mental note to check whether the server covers therapy too. Before I can tap away to look, Mike's girlfriend, partner? Wait, no, pretend partner? I really hope it covers therapy. My lady, I don't think you understood that essay as quite as well as you think you did.
Did I fucking say you could use your hands yet? Yeah, much better.
My fingers almost moved by themselves to type my own "I fucking quit" message. But just then, every channel was simultaneously locked.
Oh my.
Catherine sat up straight.
It's starting. Get to your rig.
Somehow, I found myself in my chair, in front of my monitor with the webcam turned on, Catherine hovering anxiously at my side, injector gun quivering in my dominant hand, staring at a collage of what I guess have to assume are equally thunderstruck intakes. We have been shunted into a conference call to record our very first ever injections, taken in perfect synchronicity in front of every other participant, serving as a they say evidence, but it feels much more like a covenant. Like, I'm clicking a link to a listen party that takes me to a custom webpage with an embedded audio loop that I must play. The haunting notes echo through the speakers of call attendees who haven't yet muted themselves, so are forcefully muted by admin. There's an account called admin present now that I only just noticed, conspicuous though it is for being the only one with her camera off. Indeed, the admin account is streaming a countdown to us. I watch the numbers tick off, paralyzed, staring as my new life approaches second by agonizing second. This is really happening. Oh fuck, this is really happening.
Oh yeah, this is happening.
Someone unmutes. Wait, we're supposed to do it together? I already took my... Whoever spoke up is banned before that sentence is even finished. Those of us remaining instinctively freeze, not even moving a muscle. You'd think all our cams were lagging. Moments later, another attendee joins, their cam screen flickering on. Mike, it was Laura now, as her RLC, I recall, sitting next to Emmy? They're attending as the reigning champs, inducting the new blood into the games. Catherine sucks in a breath sharply.
That's the Master of Memories herself.
Wait, who's the cis woman?
Are you seriously telling me the Master of Memories is a living?
Girl, who did your wings?
Yeah, the picture in my head was very, very different.
Why does bro look like my body pillow? Seconds after posting, ask me about my maid dress is whited out.
Huh?
Catherine checks the mod channel on her phone.
Banned for using male forms of address during official proceedings? I've never seen that before.
I mean, someone says using my voice. I'm pretty sure I shouldn't even risk talking with my mic off, but my mouth moves nonetheless. You know the server is, like, really arbitrary, to say the least, right? My feeble attempts to highlight the utter insanity of this online space barely have any conviction behind them, though. I'm much more focused on the injector approaching my thigh, as the sands of time continue to trickle by me.
Let me adjust the camera for you then. You know, if you're sure.
Am I sure? Am I, in this moment, actually sure that I want this? The countdown hits 0 and I slam the needle into my skin too hard. Pain blossoming as I pull the trigger and the sweet, miraculous tincture courses into my veins. It doesn't work instantaneously. I know it's not going to show any results for weeks, if not months, but in that moment I don't care. I don't care what my rational thinking mind knows. I'm telling you right now, I felt it. I felt that hormone coursing through my eager, hungry, starving body like lightning animating a corpse. Does a woman crawling through the desert want to collapse in the first way she stumbles across, no matter how muddy? Droplets of blood emerge from the injection site. Catherine wipes them away with a muttered,
Be careful.
but I'm just struggling to hold back laughter, almost rocking in my chair, awash with novel emotions and sensations, pain bleeding into the giddiness that washes away my rapidly dissolving disbelief. I am renewed, revitalized, revivified, reborn. I am Nicole. I am in this moment. I am.
Welcome to the race, future losers.
Her face adorned with what I can only imagine as a very well-practiced smirk.
Enjoy getting your hopes up, only for the champ to dash them to pieces.
The call ends. My monitor is blank. My reflection smiles back at me for the first time in years, with tears in her eyes. Chapter 9.
Saturation any percent.
Wait, what?
That's the name of
Scary.
the chapter.
No, I know, but that's a scary name. What is it? What could that mean?
Complete and total OV saturation.
Hold on, I should put the link in the chat just in case anybody wants to jump in and head to where we're at.
Ah, fuck.
Did you hurt yourself?
Give me a sec. Ow.
Yeah. Do you want to like take a break for a little bit?
Yeah. Fuck. Ow.
Ow. 10
Ow,
minutes.
I just like pulled my jaw or something. Yeah, that should be good.
All right, we're gonna be back in 10 minutes. In the meantime, everybody, go drink some estrogen. All right, we're what the fuck? Why? Oh, right. The okay. Sorry, wrong scene. Are you okay? Is your jaw doing better?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
All right. Okay, we're here with Catherine, and I believe that is you.
Indeed. Infernal powers of the demon realms themselves. Nicole is weeping. The bottom falls out of my stomach as the insight and wit is drained in its entirety from my thought processes. Complexity of vernacular drowned out by monosyllabic repetition. No, 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 no! A desperate plea as powerless as it is repetitive. The stupid man within the depths of the immaculate shell identity we have crafted for our conspiracy wavers, traumatized by the very act of injecting estradiol. The flesh, too, rejected the needle, demanding such immense force as to wound the skin. And yet this warning went unheeded. The elixir of feminization was injected regardless, and for what? In service of some quixotic pursuit of a mere monetary incentive. Could any amount be worth this? Could any sum compensate for this degree of pain, witnessing which I am quickly beginning to realize causes me a degree of undue distress I had not foreseen? Wait, distress? Keep your motivations in order, Catherine. Keep your motivations in order, Catherine. Have you lost sight of your original goal? That of protecting Nicole from her. Wait, no, that of protecting Nicholas from his ill considered participation in this absurd competition? I'm of two minds about this extreme commitment to the cover story now. Has it interfered with your judgment in evaluating which course of action is to be taken in Nicole's best interests, Catherine? Ah, it has! The notion of referring to her as a man, that class of unfortunate beings to whom this blessed estradiol is anathema, becomes counter to intuition upon insisting on her improvisationally declared moniker and associate. God, I fucking hate these douchebags driving by as loud as possible.
No.
And associated substitutional shorthand utterances. Once estrogenation was inevitable and her choice to falsely transition was decided upon, I lost sight of the true stakes, for it was all too easy to downplay the horror that awaits one who lacks the capacity to flourish in feminization. I presume that such individuals are indeed scattered across the leaderboards of ranked competitive breast growth. It could not possibly be the case that all who participate are trans women, locked in a perpetual duel of the minds, all of them doing as I am. That truly would be an absurdity beyond all reason. What were we thinking about again?
What a great
Wait,
sentence.
yes.
What were we? Sorry. What were we doing? I got lost in my sauce. Oops.
Wait, yes, Nicole, who is in front of me, and I am staring at her. Nicole? Ooh, us? The silent E sneaks into my hesitant vocalization, as pernicious as the E currently within her veins, an accidental default which yet again makes me complicit in sealing her fate. How am I to be of assistance if I hesitate in my quest to let this man be masculine, free of the pressure to transition? Oh, accursed fate. What pressure to transition exactly? No. Have I been? Of course. Catherine, does your sapphic depravity truly reach such an extent that it is not sufficient to pursue those who are already women? Do you, in fact, need to realize some potential womanhood you have falsely observed in your friend? Was this, in fact, my motive when I revealed the existence of the competition to her? To seduce her with the promise of monetary gain, in hopes that she would indeed adapt, that she would flourish under the competition? Am I truly so frightened of the bisexual implications of my inexplicable attraction to this man that I have decided to overrule her manhood? Have I inadvertently constructed a Nicole that appeals perfectly to my sensibilities in a manner which has now incited some absurd yearning for her to be real? Or is this a ploy on Nicole's part, some malicious scheme of revenge for my previous act of aggression at her tribunal? Is she deliberately shedding tears, knowing that I would react to it in this precise manner? Has my investment into potential womanhood and my resulting compulsions to that end been apparent all along? Therefore, is it in fact I who is consequently being manipulated into this feeling of coercive feminization guilt? Would Nicole be capable of such a scheme? I must probe this distinct possibility through a mind game of my own.
Kathy, you said Nicole, and then just stared at me for a full minute. What's up?
Shit. Think of something quick. What would Daniel, the true believer in ranked competitive breast growth, say in this situation precisely? What would Daniel's flawed assessment of Catherine's ideal next move be? Nicole, I love. Before I am able to deploy my masterful gambit, a sudden rap at the door interrupts us.
Me when I'm in the middle of making a terrible social blunder, and I just say, I whip out the "I love you."
Dude, on the trial for the murder penalty, like at a murder trial, the judge is like, I sentence you to wait. Before you make your final call, can I just say I love you?
um, a sudden
That's
rap at the door.
Jeffrey.
Oh yeah, right. Well, boom, that's kickoff done.
Jeffrey laughs, poking his head in.
One down, right? I only did that because of the sudden rap at the door.
Yeah.
One down,
Sudden
right?
rapping, raven tapping.
One down, right, Nicole?
Let's see. Oh, that's
Yeah,
Nicole now.
Oh yeah, one. Yeah, one down. Tits to go.
Nicole turns away from me fully, leaving me even more irrationally, inexplicably forlorn.
Guess we're officially competitors.
More Jeffrey.
For the quarters prize, I think it sure is going to be hard for anyone to catch up with Laura for the grand prize. Now that I see what a champion's chest looks like.
Jeffrey shrugs good-naturedly, effusing a maddening esprit de corps that I cannot help but be thoroughly irritated at.
So I guess you and I are direct competitors now, just like Kathy and Kyle.
Wait.
Just like
Nicole is similarly thrown off by Jeffrey's matter-of-fact proclamation.
Kyle? Our fourth and final roommate, Kyle? That Kyle? Well, yeah, don't tell me you didn't know he was in.
Jeffrey turns from Nicole's expression of disbelief to mine.
You've spoken to him on the server.
I have? I inquire sincerely.
His username on the Accord is Kyle.
Jeffrey's appalling ignorance is on full display, as he forgets to account for the common knowledge that multiple people may indeed be homonymous to one another, a common simplification, yet one I have left behind due to its strategic inadequacy for anticipating the actions of one George when operating on flawed intelligence which was provided regarding a separate, distinct George. Such failures do not weigh heavily on me, for I have risen above them and do not dwell on them during sleepless nights at all, I swear. I counter, that could have been anyone.
You've yelled at him in the Strat channel.
And I have eviscerated many foes in the Colosseum of Strategy. These incidents are of no note to me. Oh, that Kyle. I frown. I didn't really make the connection.
Hold on, before we go to the next one, there's a there's like a hold on, I gotta play this video.
Do it up. Hello, Lord Co. Welcome in.
Okay.
Hello.
Throw to Kevin out here?
I got drilled when I threw it.
Did you get hit on that?
Yeah, he was blitzing. I tried to lob it over him because the guy was standing right in his face.
Like the one to Maroney?
I was right in his hands.
It was over his head.
Oh, that one.
Oh, that one. Sorry, the exact same like intonation. Oh, that one.
Oh, that one.
Okay, it's Jeff's time to shine. Alright. Kickoff was eventful. I go to Nicole's room to congratulate her. She already looks more alive. Her smile is radiant now in a way mine has never been. Perhaps never could be. The estrogen to her is a missing balm. To me, it's a newfound addiction. A drug I take because I want to be more like what the guys truly desire. I push back thoughts of how unappealing my form is, especially to Kyle? Nicole asks, stunned. Our fourth and final roommate, Kyle? That Kyle?
That's so meta.
Yeah, and then yes, the same conversation. Of all the faults that Nicole and Catherine display as roommates, their self-absorption is both foremost and frankly inexplicable. Kyle commands attention. Kyle has been impossible for me to ignore, no matter how hard I tried. I've been trying since the day we moved in. He's not exactly buff, nor is he slight. Stocky, well-built, taller than me, which isn't uncommon, but is still appreciated whenever I see it in a man. The moment I laid eyes on him. You know how in those romance novels you're not supposed to read as a man, but you guiltily steal from your older sister to frantically page through under the cover of dark? That always describe how tall, dark, and handsome men are. For some reason, everyone insists dark means dark-haired white man. Well, I have never pictured that. I'm not racist. I swear this is true. I think I've always pictured Kyle. Not guys
I
like
also
Kyle.
believe that you're not racist.
Thank you.
You don't have to swear it.
Thank you. I will swear because I like swearing, but but Kyle with his jet black hair and eyes and swarthy skin that on that day was gleaming slightly from perspiration and exertion, and just the safest looking arms and shoulders and chest. Yes, I've always pictured Kyle. I didn't know exactly where he was from. Still don't, and he hasn't told me. I offered to help him move a box upstairs, but he just grunted and did it himself because, of course, he didn't need the help in the slightest. I wondered if he didn't want to appear weak in front of me, another man belonging to a demographic that frequently belittles and denigrates guys like him, to my utter and undying shame. I was painfully aware at that moment what Kyle was likely painfully aware of having to room with 3 white people, and whether he was from here or anywhere else, I knew that I had to go out of my way to make him comfortable. The second I was finished packing away my own things, I sought him out in the common room. Oh, fuck, I just read the next line.
Okay. Good luck, JD.
All right, you need to be Kyle. Fuck me. All right. Kyle, I want you to know that I have absolutely nothing against your kind. I confess. I was not expecting him to stare at me with shock, nor roll his eyes the way that he did. So I tried to figure out where I'd gone wrong without burdening him further. My mounting mortification, I realized that me being so sheltered in experiences of matters of talking to people external to my own homogeneous, somewhat conservative culture had led me to other him needlessly, even when trying to convey the best of intentions. Resolving to do better, I read up on everything I could regarding both the topic of racial justice, a subject my own school and parents had never exposed me to, and the travails of South Asian immigrants in particular. When I next spoke to Kyle, I knew I'd have the perfect apology in hand. I can't read the next line because I know it's going to be fucking awful. But... Okay, all right, we're just going to do this. Kyle, I'm sorry, but I've realized that as a white person, I will always benefit from your marginalization. Christ almighty. Woo! These are some lines. That was when I realized that Kyle made me too nervous to knock like a normal, sane human being. It's not his fault, you know? It's not his fault that I'm just an idiot white guy who will never get a perfect, sweet, soft-faced but firm-chested nerdy Adonis, or in his case, Arjuna, like Kyle to even give me a second glance. Not when I look like a flat slab of sour alabaster hewed from a grimy ancient marble column that some racist probably claims proves the innate superiority of white culture. Still, I try. I can't stop trying. I tried as little as 2 hours ago before kickoff. Fuck, come on, Jeff, come on. Okay. I've been reading up a lot on your culture and customs, Kyle, I announced to him while doing the dishes. He does the dishes a lot because Nicole and Catherine just don't, which isn't fair, so I've been doing them more. The festivals and pujas and temple rituals, it really is a rich, vibrant tradition. And Kyle's response was preceded by his signature intake of breath between his teeth. No! Indicating how much his patience was being tried. I wasn't any more upset than usual. I made peace with the fact that I would never be able to utter a word to him with an appropriate degree of sensitivity. Can you hit me with this one?
I'm Christian.
No, you're Kyle. Oh, I see.
We have those, you know.
He pointed out, understandably vexed at my incessant fuck-ups. Of course, I mean, I should have known, given your name, I muttered sheepishly.
You know Kyle isn't my actual name, right?
Kyle put away the plate he'd been drawing. Even when he can't stand me and when he's been doing more than his fair share, he still lends a hand because he's just a saint, and I'm just a worm.
My actual name's been mangled so many times I'd had to make a more anglicized one for y'all's benefit.
I mean, I'd be happy to use it. I perked up, hoping he'd tell me.
It's Kalapan.
Nope, that is not a name I should even attempt to besmirch with my stupid, uncultured white mouth. Wow, that's so... Well, it's very...
Foreign.
Kyle finished for me, putting down the last bowl with a dish rag.
I'll be in my room. Good luck with kickoff.
For my sake, I really, really hope that I only imagined his door slamming shut a bit too hard. He has a girlfriend, you see. I think about that miserably whenever I'm in my room trying on new outfits, thinking about how much prettier she'd look in my newest skirt or leggings or frilly lace thing. Why would Kyle ever give me, in my remarkable, uninspired, unattractive, ghastly get-ups, any attention? I bet he's hounded by pretty girls who aren't secret perverts, who don't have to look up slur-filled erotic videos every time they have a pang of longing for him. Why couldn't I have been a pretty girl? Why couldn't I have been trans? Why did I just have to be a silly boy who didn't know how to move on? A cliche stereotype of a bottom pining for his heterosexual roommate slash competitor in a ranked breast growth competition? Happy for Nicole and Catherine. I don't understand them. Shaking my head, speechless, I simply close the door to Nicole's room and retire for the night. I don't cry as much into the pillow this evening. I fall asleep eventually.
The word you want to cost me when I return to put away the rest of the dried dishes.
So, finally, it is revealed.
She blubbers, already worsening my headache.
We are in the same quarter, you and I.
Yes, I've mentioned that several times. I reach up to the cabinet doors, glad for the excuse to turn away from whatever trite cartoon gestures she's now making. Just like I've mentioned your inability to actually do the dishes several times.
Wait, is this Catherine or is this
This is Kyle.
No, I mean not.
Yeah. It's Kyle we're talking to.
No, who's Kyle
Wait,
talking to? Is it Jeff or is it Catherine?
Hold on. He's talking to Catherine, or she's talking to Catherine, whatever. They're talking to Catherine. I see now the wordy one. That makes sense. I assure you, I was merely biding my time. I'm sure you were. There's still half a linear algebra problem set waiting on my desk, so I'm hoping whatever overly loquacious now in-person blather boy Motor Sephiroth has in store for me can at least be concise by her standards. Firstly, I apologize for characterizing you as, I believe it was, one whose low standing is predestined by inferior genetics. Given this context I was lacking at the time, I ought to have chosen my words with more caution. Much more awkward when you have to look the guy you're delivering villain speeches to in the eye, eh? And yet I cannot help but notice that you are indeed distinctively a guy. She looks smugger than usual. If I'm competing With someone whose meager gains his girlfriend hasn't even noticed, I suppose I have less to worry about than I thought. So that's what it comes to. Offline as well as on. I tuck away the last bowl and close the
Okay.
cabinet door, rounding on her with a little more anger on my face than I wanted to show. At least the sight of it leaves her suitably chastised. You talk more smack than the champion with the middest gains in the whole cohort, I snap. So even if I had reasons to worry about you, your numbers wouldn't be one. Her eyes narrow. What do you mean, if? I mean that you're not competition, I scoff. I knew that's what this friendly chat was about. You're so obviously trans-identified, it's not even funny. Miraculously, I have the pleasure of witnessing her speechless. Such accusations, I suspect, are merely the flailings that succeed at this brilliant scheme, she eventually recovers. Especially not while courting a woman of the heterosexual persuasion. This is not a relationship worth 100,000. I'm sneering now, glad to finally let it out. Honestly, after all this time cooped up with you and Jeffrey and all your gay antics, I'm going to enjoy beating you at your own game. Then I can maybe finally move out of this bloody fruit basket of an apartment. So that is the nature of your scheme. Oh, not right away. I laugh, actually enjoying myself. I see why she does this. I'll let you stew for a bit, get your hopes up, make you wonder whether I actually have enough to knock you out. Then I'll do it, when I feel like it. Because you're not that careful, Daniel. When I see her reaction, I do wonder whether using the other name was a bit too... Anyway, do your damn dishes and I might give you an extra week. Good night. There was more I wanted to say to that idiot white girl in her obliviousness, but I honestly couldn't stand the look she was giving me. For the second time in one evening, I slammed my door shut, hoping I've made some kind of point. Hoping no one notices I'm hiding my in panic. I just want the money. I just want to be able to get out of here fast without having 2 more years of college under the yoke of my hovering fundy parents. That's all I want. Money, nothing else. That's why I'm so distressed when I strip my torso bare and stare at myself in the mirror instead of starting my problem set. No gains, the barest hint of breast buds, the primal animalistic clawing within my stubbornly flat chest as I look at myself for the 100th time today, trying to will the fat from the rest of my body into my infuriating flat pecs, is purely for monetary reasons. Well, monetary reasons and knowing that without the money, I'd have to call my mother religious every 2 days and smile brightly while telling her just how much I get along with her best friend's daughter, was to keep her hopes of an eventual long and happy marriage between my girlfriend and me alive. A marriage where I'd live with my parents until I was 45, working at Dad's company 9 to 5, day after identical monotonous day, wearing suits and carrying briefcases and supporting the flattest of flat pecs. Bro, damn it.
That was a really good Kyle.
Thank you. Inconceivably disastrous, utterly repugnant, a wreck of a conversation on every level. Kyle Lappin has attained the coveted high ground across all strata of rhetorical combat, and I am left failing to wield this pathetic brush, the might of which pales in comparison to that of the encrusted stains left by meals from a bygone era. I must account for this new information and reassess my priorities. Primarily, is my trans woman cover strategy truly as precarious as he claims? If so, I must devise a counterplay, accounting for all new information I have obtained. It depends on the server culture and how I may leverage its biases in my favor. Certainly, its perception of masculinity is skewed to an extent where an accusation of transfemininity might, under the right circumstances, be turned around, reflected, ultimately causing his defeat. It would be a simple matter to weave a narrative of one who is envious, enraged by the injustice foisted upon her, that she is to have none of what I am getting in such abundance. Yes, and surely the server's demographics, notably melanin And sorry.
Yeah, you know, the melanin deficient.
And surely the Ceros demographics, notably melanin deficient as they are, would trend to biases that operate in my favor. A reprehensible stratagem, one that claws at the edges of my morality, yes. Would the man I am pretending to be harbor such reservations? Is it not essential to my survival within this game that I act according to the morality of that fictitious individual? No, Catherine. You will not succumb to this temptation. It is profane. A hard boundary of lows to which you cannot stoop is essential. The power of racism, whether wielded tactically, ironically, or otherwise, is a corrupting force.
The power of racism.
Uh, you'll lose, He-Man. Obtained the most powerful ability in the universe. The power of racism.
Goodness.
That's funny. Did you hear they're giving He-Man pronouns now?
They're giving He-Man pronouns. Fuck, the woke are taking over. They're giving He-Man pronouns.
The fucking He-Man movie or whatever.
Yeah, I saw there was like a
like,
still from it where the guy had like the pronouns on his nameplate, right? And
yeah,
people are like, they're giving
people were
He-Man
losing their
pronouns.
shit. Oh my god, it was so fucking funny.
Fuck. You know, personally, I hope that they never give He-Man pronouns.
I've got you now, he, him.
Woke He-Man be like, he, him.
It looks like woke is back on the menu, boys.
Woke He-Man be like, Skeletor equals Estrogen.
Oh
I
my
don't know.
god.
You were talking about the forging pacts with this demon.
Yeah. To forge pacts with this demon is a losing move, a failure point of far greater importance than mere victory. It is even more reprehensible than force-femming your unwitting companion. Don't you hate it when you force-fem your unwitting companion?
God, it happens to me all the time. Do you know how many people I've accidentally force feminized?
Damn.
I don't, because they're all so unwitting. I hope it's a lot.
Me too. I hope you consensually force-fed a lot of people unwittingly.
I am so. I mean, we have to move as a society past these vanilla tastes of consent femming.
Fuck. Give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. Sorry.
Yeah.
Pain attack in my arm.
Let me know how much time you need. I can.
It should just be a second. It's a
right.
minor one.
No, it's okay. I'll take over this. You know what? I'll do a tournament. We'll see how many people you can. I'll get a tournament going in my server, and whoever can force fem the most people in like a 3-month period wins a really big prize, like I don't know, a lot of estrogen or something. $100,000 to force fem as many people as you can.
This too is an evident force of evil with which I have found myself certainly tampering. Truly, this sport is a test of all my morals, standing at my very strong moral foundations, which I apply consistently, actually. My very strong moral foundations, which I apply consistently, actually. If this had come out in like the 2000s, there would be people who would have quotes from this on like their server banners and shit.
Yeah, I mean this could have been 50 Shades. We could have made this 50 Shades.
This is 50 Shades of Gay.
50 Shades
I think
of
you've made
gay.
that joke before. Um.
50 Straits of Gay.
Ow! 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 Ow!
You want me to
Absconding from this frightening tendency only risk allowing it to fester. No, I'll just get through this so we can get to Emmy. Absconding from this frightening tendency only risks allowing it to fester, as it has before my realization struck. The only course of action to curb this beast within me, this devouring mother seeking to overrule all that is Nicole. I must face it head on. The conspicuously forward-engineered love confession tactic must wait. I retreat to my chambers, ensuring that the door is locked. I must do research.
All right, if you got to get up and go, I'll take care of Emmy here through the rest of the.
Yeah, you're Emmy anyway.
Gotcha. Okay.
You've got an Emmy for your acting.
I've been forced to consider on more than one occasion whether Laura's true gambit is to neutralize me as a threat to her unquestioned dominance. Before, when I was simply boy moding in public, I certainly drew the odd gaze or exclamation of ire, but I didn't have to spend so much time on this. Carrying what dress matches what shoes, what shade of makeup suits my skin tone best, whether Laura and I can convincingly project the curated image of two lesbians when out and about, hand in manicured hand, visiting tea shops and patisseries, and even the occasional museum of all things. All my number crunching and statistical analysis on the median products best deployed by women of my complexion not to naught because Laura chooses anyways, decorating me like yet another accessory on her arm, painting me like one of her miniatures to adorn her victorious laps around the city, flaunting both the prize winner she refers to as the ideal male form, as well as her utterly domesticated, diminished, disarmed pet. I like it. It's the one confounding variable I haven't been able to account for, no matter how hard I tweak the parameters. Like being an accessory on Laura's wrist, a prettied up doll to accentuate whatever ensemble she wants to effortlessly display. I like coming to our apartment when she calls, dropping literally everything to spend another moment at her heel. I like feeling pretty. Oh my gosh, I like it more than I thought I would. Being given a lifetime of being told that I could never, should never be pretty. I, Emmy, the runner-up of ranked competitive breast growth, Surfer's only hope at ending the Mistress of Memory's reign of terror, stopped caring that Laura the Impenetrable is the single most obvious, brazen, and shameless trans woman to ever have graced the Accord, presiding over a throng of helpless men who can only look on in impotence and awe as she mangles gender philosophy to keep her participation in this sham secure. Because by gosh, she makes me feel pretty. Makes me feel other things too. Used in the best ways, and the ways I've always wanted but never realized I quite had, because no one ever looked at me like she does. I wonder if it's because she wants to literally fuck it out of me. The confession, the admission that for all our accords about keeping our privacy private, she will gleefully leak the moment I, in the throes of body-shaking ecstasy, admit that I am, in fact, her pretty little princess. It's not that I don't want to. Unfortunately, Laura cannot sweetly, sensually torture a truth out of me that isn't there. Laura the Impenetrable is the most beautiful woman who has ever deigned to consort with me. That much is beyond question. What I'm beginning to suspect, however, is that her machinations, pleasurable though they may be, will cease the moment she cannot secure what she wants out of me. When she finally, heartbreakingly realizes that I'm just not what she believes me to be, all of this, the glitter, the gold, locking me inside a cage I'd never flee if you handed me the key, be snatched away when I again prove unable to give someone what they want from me. See, I'm beginning to suspect that Laura thinks I'm just like her, and I'm just not. That truth is so obvious it threatens to blind me more harshly than the sheer radiance of her most wicked smile, or the aureate majesty of her dress, her immaculately polished face. Fuck it, her soul. Laura's a real woman, see, because she actually wants to be one. She actually burns at the imposition of a sexed injustice on her perfect form, or an accident of birth that was never hers to be burdened with, though everything she's forged into it is all the more beautiful for her excellent craftswomanship. Laura's a woman in the way most wish they could be, in a way I wish I could be, but most of us are common clay, not gold to be panned from silt. I don't hate fucking Laura. I could never hate fucking Laura. I'm just a fucking straight guy who loves the fucking amazing woman who has for whatever reason, decided he's worth allowing the privilege. I want to be her girlfriend sometimes. I really, really do. When her legs close around me and her fingernails dig into the muscles of my back, she says the raunchiest, loveliest, filthiest things into my ear. I really, really want to believe I'd be happy doing this with a strap, or my fingers, or just any other way where I could inhabit the same kind of body Laura clearly, desperately wants. But I don't. It's just not what I want. And it's fucking killing me. She's sitting there moonlit, taking a moment in front of the mirror, removing jewelry and eyeshadow and other adornments she'd left on for my pleasure, as though I could ever deserve such consideration, such care from a goddess. She's gonna come back soon. Gonna want more. As much as I do, I can't fucking wait. Much as I enjoy the body I have now, I can't pretend I want to change it anymore. Not as much as Laura does. I think this is a Laura one.
Yeah. Relentless, sis.
No sooner does she finish wiping her lipstick off than she's already straddling me again, and I'm unable to deny how much that excites me. Clench my fists, willing my body rigid, in a pantomime of straining against the fake restraints she strapped me into. This is different, though. She hovers, keeping me in a spot I can only helplessly throb against, quivering with anticipation.
No, that's not how you say that word.
Throb?
It's pronounced anticipation.
Oh, shut up. Shut up.
Cuts to commercial like right when you go anticipate, and then when we get back from the commercial break, patient.
Hey, Noel.
I've done that before. I did that before. There was a stream I did where I was reading a visual, and I ended right at the part where they said anticipate, and then when I came back the next time around, I continued from that spot. Patient.
Hey, Noel.
Yeah.
How do you keep an idiot in suspense?
How do you keep an idiot in suspense? Yeah, I know how that works.
Your line, ma'am.
You're so hard.
Laura snickers, and it's the cute. Laura Reese's cups. It's the cutest thing I've ever heard. Well, I managed to gasp. Somehow, she hasn't put the gag back in. The HRT did nuke my refractory period.
Not more than I will.
Her torso descends, pressed against mine, and I could cry at the sheer intimacy of feeling practically all of her with me, barely suppressing actual convulsions.
You're really not going to respec then?
Shuddering, I try to focus on what she's saying, hard though it is. I don't want to. I'm sure. Honesty. I don't want her to be more disappointed than she already will be. Brace myself for her to freeze, to push away from me, to throw clothes at me and demand I vacate her room at once. Instead, I feel her grip me harder. She wants to crush me between her thighs.
Good.
I gulp. Good?
Yeah.
Laura begins to move against me, keeping me maddeningly between. Oh. I realize, finally, where she's positioned me. The spot where it will be. Where it should be.
Because when I'm back,
She whispers, her fangs bared an inch from my ear.
when I'm done staying with my family and healed up and flying all the way back to you, my pet.
Sounds I didn't know I could make emerge from my throat.
I want you to be the first to come inside me.
As if in anticipation, as if responding to that commandment, my body, as it always does, obeys Laura, giving her everything she wants out of me, and more to spare. So, okay, that's where the on-screen sex is. I was wondering where that would show up.
Oh, that's just foreplay. We haven't even gotten to the sex.
Fair. I mean, it's been like 9 chapters. I was kind of wondering if it was actually going to be diegetic on screen, cum spilling sex, but I mean, a little, a little implied, but we're there. A little flowered, but we're there. Okay, it's Nicole's time, right?
Yes.
Nicole. Okay, holy shit. I'm on estrogen. Kathy's leaving me alone. I'm alone and I'm on estrogen. What now? Let's see. Kathy was about to say something after kickoff. She did the stare where she looks like she's about to say something important, and then, okay. Before Jeff interrupted with Kyle lore, which I sure hadn't caught on to, she was starting a sentence. I pull up words that start with. Okay, this is so funny. I pull up words that start with low on some website covered with ads. There's a bunch of them. I should probably filter them down a bit for manageability. Catherine's idiosyncrasies with sentence structure generally don't put anything other than verbs and adverbs after I, and my thoughts are so fast. I'm so aware of what I'm doing right now. Holy shit. I checked the Accord server. They have assigned her a role Boy Mode or Sephiroth because she keeps changing her username. Today it's Radiant Glory of Overwhelming Fury. Timestamps, nothing since kickoff, and before kickoff she was doing Prog course. Shit, I need to look into Prog strats too, but okay. As do I. Those progression series, you do have to like bone up for the bone up on the strats. So verbs on low. Some of them fit her idiosyncratic vernacular, I guess. Wow, she was holding on that in for a while between school and changing up her presentation. It suits her, honestly. Wonder why I felt the need to call it cringe back then. Loath? Lout? Is that a verb? Yeah, I guess it is, but she wouldn't use that, I think. Look, like, Nicole, I look upon you with something, for it is such and such. Believable. Loiter? Yeah, she does do that on my bed. A lot of possibilities. Shit, I feel so alive. I love being on estrogen. Is this supposed to make my heart hammer this much? Chapter 10, Phallus Vanquished. Do you want a need another small break before chapter 10?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for accidentally inflicting forced feminization upon my best friend? Posted to /W. Wait, is it? What is W? Is it what it? I thought it was like
what it? Yeah.
/W/ am I the asshole by user throwaway account of great mystery. It annoys me that everything after throwaway is capitalized but not throwaway. That's very weird.
That's camel case, I believe.
I
yeah, it's camel case.
23 MTF am living with my longtime best friend 23M in shared student accommodation, and I am facing a conundrum of great perturbance upon which I have dwelt at great length. I'm now seeking the wisdom of the wrote it, I see, instead of Reddit.
Yeah, I think that's clever.
Community to assist me in seeking the true righteous path.
Wait, hold on. Because this is a universe with like some like changes, do you think COVID happened in this universe?
We'll find out.
Yes, so.
I actually don't know. I haven't read that far ahead. I think this is like the last chapter, or it's either this one or the next one, or like the last ones I read up to, possibly 12, because I don't think I've gone beyond 12. But it's somewhere around here that I quit reading due to psychic damage, and then decided to get back into it when I heard that like the very first entire book of it is just about done.
Nice. I've also pinned the current chapter, so.
Hell yeah. For context, I realized the truth of my transgender identity in the previous year, emerging victorious from a lengthy struggle within. Having settled, finally, the certainty of myself, I proceed. In pursuit of acclimating my trusted confidant to the notion of my true self, I deployed a scheme in which I passed off my rapidly undeniable metamorphosis as occurring simply as a means to an end, that being to participate in women's sports for the vast riches and glory to be claimed therein.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Her cover story is that she's transitioning so she can enter women's sports for money. While it is true that I am exercising regularly, I harbor no illusions of victory in any sports, for I am a frail being of little physicality, endowed with minimal athletic talent. My deployment of this clever ruse served primarily to test his understanding of transgender politics, to see if he would recognize that such a scheme is foolhardy. To my great chagrin, he not only believed this to be a good strategy, but indeed wished to participate himself. I was faced with a horrific dilemma. My friend has set himself upon a path to inflict gender dysphoria on himself, not understanding the pain of a body mismatched to oneself. I concocted another scheme to dissuade him from the path of ranked competitive women's sports, one in which I intended to maximize the rapidity of the onset of his gender dysphoria by way of pushing him towards the expedient adoption of feminine address, presentation, and mannerisms. However, in the span of the preceding 2 months, not only has the strategy failed to bear fruit, instead only threatening the magnitude of my friend's fruits, it
me when the balls start shrinking.
It has raised concerns within me that I have approached this issue in a manner that is so deceptive, I have even deceived myself. You see, dear Roted community, I suspect that for a long time now, I have suppressed a deep-seated urge to engage in the forced feminization of others. From whence this dark calling came, I do not know, but the forbidden power of it is tempting, stimulating even. I dread the possibility that this treacherous libido of mine has overruled my morality, influencing my judgment towards a path that disregards the autonomy of my friend, as well as her best interests. Even as I write this, I suppress shameful thoughts of force femming, how it calls to me and threatens to corrupt my morals, until I discard all reservations to sate this evil urge within me. Me when I have the dark urge to force femme my friends. You see the conflict, do you not? In my assessment, there are two wolves within me. The one which intends to save my friend from feminization. The one which craves to see it through, driven by my thirst. At the present moment, with my companion's expressed hesitancy towards several of my suggested outfits, coupled with her continued insistence on maintaining the hormone treatments, it appears to me that both wolves are losing. But I digress, for my question is simple. Given... What? Yeah? Yeah? Okay.
What?
Okay. Oh, you're... motherfucker!
What?
A cat walked up to me and, like, started asking to be picked up, and then as soon as I picked him up, he jumped off my lap and ran away. Fucking
True.
asshole.
That does happen. That does happen sometimes.
I think he just wanted to be picked up so I could kiss him. And then I put him in my lap, and he's like, nah, that's not what I wanted.
Kissy kissy.
Given that I did not reach awareness of the feminizing time to seal it before I sway those in my proximity, am I culpable for moral failure? Am I merely deceiving myself yet again when I insist that I did not know? I have been researching the subject of forced feminization when time permits. I do not dare approach it through anything other than secondary sources for the time being. This caution is essential, but just the thought of falling into a downward spiral of corrupting arousal through exposure to the source material inflicts upon me a terror in my loins. Edit. I do not appreciate insinuations. This is a troll post. There is nothing deranged nor cringe about my authorial voice. It is a sincere expression of my pure spirit. Edit 2. Furthermore, my friend is not transgender. I have clear evidence to say as much, that she has stated this herself.
You're the asshole. Not for any force timing, but because you just refuse to communicate with your friend. What the fuck, OP?
It is very concerning that you are taking medications without proper medical supervision. Oh, this is a fucking piece of shit. Gender reforming hormone treatment is a serious medical intervention, and self-medication without proper expertise is inadvisable. Rapid onset gender dysphoria is a controversial alternate hypothesis of gender identity which lacks scientific support, and there is no reason to suspect that your friend is affected by it. Major medical organizations recommend against succumbing to dark temptations from within, especially without proper certification to act as an endocrinologist. Straight genocide is a controversial concept pushed by organizations such as Sex is Important and GLB Confederacy. Would you like to hear more? Both individuals described in this post should cease our treatments immediately.
Is anyone else worried that the trans woman who posted this might be a trans woman? I saw that. I got that. Who posted this might be a TERF. They clearly hate men and don't respect that their roommate is GNC. I think this person is unsafe in queer spaces and hope that someone can find out who they are so they don't threaten anyone else like this. Force femme is a misandrist dog whistle.
What the fuck are you even talking about? How many drugs are you on right now, dog? And where can I get some?
God, I wish that was me.
That was a very good God, I wish that was me.
Yeah, I'm good at it. By the way, did you see the image that I had up for your whole diatribe?
No, no, I missed it. I was looking at the RCPG screen. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Side of you, there are two wolves. You have a really stretched asshole.
Of all of Catherine's recent idiosyncrasies, her insistence that we spend increasing amounts of time outside the apartment is certainly the worst. I don't want to be outside. I don't want people to perceive me while I fret and worry and stress myself out over every minute very minute alteration of my appearance, no matter how slight or imagined. I feel exposed. I feel like a caterpillar being repeatedly ripped out of her cocoon and has to pupate in full view of hostile and judging eyes. I used to be good at tuning them out, but now, and was I imagining those too? Sidelong glances, the lingering gazes, the curving of lips in response to my increasingly softening form. Expressions had never been my strong suit. This was not helping. Catherine, however, was as unsympathetic as she was unmoved by my pleas. The little I'd been able to gather from her overly florid rationalization was that she wanted me to hone my skills at demonstrating conviction in the real-life cover, and that also the apartment had become an overtly hostile zone full of probing eyes of hidden foes. I think she should have just apologized to Kyle for the dishes at the same time I did. He was pretty sporting about it, but Catherine never takes the shortest path when a roundabout meandering one accompanied by a 10,000-word monologue will do. Sucks that I have to be collateral in her ability to handle an awkward conversation with her roommate. Because as much as the estrogen has been improving my mood these past weeks, had it already been 2 months? I should check. There's nothing quite like being constantly exposed to strangers who can't seem to tell what you are and what they should make of you to make you want to crawl both inside both a literal and figurative closet. Hey, Sorrow, you know if I was paying attention to Twitch showed me your live, I would have raided into you. Oh, I appreciate that. I saw that you were doing the new schedule, which I want to say hell yeah. I think I should be able to hop in a little bit more often. So I am glad that you did that, and glad that I was able to at least raid into you last night.
What do you use to raid, Soroshi? Do you use the mobile app? Because that only shows you the people who were live when you went live.
Wait,
if
what?
You're using,
that's insane.
Yeah, if you use the mobile app to do your raids, it only shows you people who were live when you went live, even if they're no longer live. If you have to use the website when you do raids.
I was using,
the desktop. That's weird.
Oh.
It should have shown unless you set it to like same category instead of like following. I usually click on like following first and look through there.
I don't know, maybe I'm shadow banned. Maybe Twitch shadow banned me for posting about ranked competitive breast growth.
Possibly, yeah.
Woo! Actually, that would be wild if I was shadow banned. Um, no, Soro, have you heard of this? Have you heard of this story? Ranked competitive breast growth. It's pretty awesome. It's um, it's what if a bunch of trans girls had to do like a Discord server competition to try to pretend that they were not trans for as long as possible while and then whoever wins gets $1 million. It's it's oh god. Noel, help me out. How would you describe the sort of dynamic that all of these characters portray?
These are deep Redditor, deep chan fucking internet shut-ins who are using uh like when I say like deep 4chan, like this literally has the culture of like a 4chan user group doing this kind of shit. Like they have the same logic for like it's totally straight, bro. Like one of the things I can tell you this as someone who knows the internet probably way too well, but one of the earliest things in 4chan culture is how many people were genuinely just eggs on that website. And there was this meme that was spread around the community about and this is like where a lot of the toxicity from early femboy culture came from. Like, men make the best women because only a man can be a cross-dresser. Like, a woman could not be a cross-dresser because that's something only men could do. And this culture of like, um, I want to be the little girl, where a lot of people like really identified with like anime girl characters, especially like high schoolers or middle schoolers, because there was a disproportionate amount of people in high school or even fucking middle school using 4chan that really should not have been. Um, and like even some of the older people were like, "Damn, I really identify with that girl in high school or whatever," because God, I wish that had been me. But then like because it became a server culture meme thing, the whole like idea of I want to be the little was became, instead of being like a fucking genuine like understanding of their own gender expression, it instead became the focal point of fucking like weirdos and creeps instead.
All right, so this is a story about a bunch of deeply repressed eggs transitioning and trying to be the last person to admit that they're transitioning. They are way too internet pilled for their own good, and that is why
Yes.
we are in this situation. At least today we're at the park, so the relative density of people around us is quite low. Kathy had mumbled something about taking in the blessed life-giving force of our nearest star to justify putting us both in something too skimpy by half and having us stretch out on a picnic blanket under the noonday sun. It
Wait,
was
did you
all
skip a paragraph?
no.
Oh,
No.
oh no. Okay, I forgot.
Yeah, it was all right now, but I was sure I'd been gawked out a dozen times on the way over. There's this one video playing in my head on repeat. Some trans woman caught in having a public meltdown. Her appearance and outfit dissected at length by thousands of strangers throughout the internet. Her name and personal information circulated, spurious accusations of sexual misconduct and all. Rationally, I know she's the victim of harassment. Irrationally, I'm absolutely fucking terrified of even looking the tiniest bit like her. And I don't know what it is about right now that's making that latent feeling flare up, but holy shit, I want to dig myself down into a hole and hide and not be perceived and retreat and give up on feminine presentation entirely.
I
Find
want to
safety in baggy clothes and plausible deniability.
I want to point out that this trans woman having a public
Ow!
meltdown, based on when this was written, I have a feeling this might be a reference to one specific person. She's a food critic. She goes around to restaurants, checks their food, writes reviews. She's a very respected food critic, but she's not respected at all as a trans woman because, like, by the time she transitioned, most of her hair had fallen out, and a lot of people like. I hate saying this, but like she's very clocky as a trans woman, and so she's denigrated a lot. Like, there is, even among the trans community, a lot of people are very harsh on her, saying that she should like get a wig or something like that, or go through with more surgeries and stuff. And it's really heartbreaking because she's just trying to live her life, and she is a genuinely good food critic. Like, her reviews are very popular. But the thing is, like, every time she goes to a restaurant or stuff, she is heavily misgendered, heavily insulted, and in one particular week, she and keep in mind, this is not like a case of like she goes to a restaurant and the server's like, oh, I don't know, I better go with like this or that. She calls ahead. She gives them notice ahead of time that she is going to be there, what she's going to look like, what she's going to be wearing, and what her preferred pronouns are. She wears fucking pronoun pins. She goes the whole 9 yards. She does all of this. Still gets fucking misgendered all the fucking time. It's so disgusting and fucked up. And there was 1 week where it just every single server that came to her table misgendered her repeatedly after multiple attempts to correct them, after multiple attempts to have them not do so, after talking to the manager, after talking to the staff, after sending them email after email, weeks ahead of time, days ahead of time, on the day that she was going in, letting them know all this, and they still didn't fucking respect her pronouns. And she had a meltdown over it. She called them out. She told them it was disrespectful, it was rude, and it like fucking tarnished her experience altogether. And she's like, well, did you do this knowing that your food was dog shit, and now you can just claim that I'm writing the review badly because I'm upset about you misgendering me? Like, did you set this up ahead of time because you knew your food sucked ass? That it's mid-tier at best? And people started tearing into her instead of the restaurant because, again, she's very clocky, which, you know,
People jump on.
I get.
And Sherwin, thank you for staying up here. I hope you have a wonderful night. Get some rest, and hopefully we'll see you around for some more of this. Yeah, I mean, obviously the understanding that it's not easy to be a trans woman in society is something that these characters diegetically don't believe, at least outwardly.
Oh no, it's super easy to be a trans woman. They have it easy.
Yeah,
Remember?
no, that's true. That's true. You do get
Trans
lots
women
of
have it so easy.
the trans women have it so easy. We all know this. Kathy, I mumble.
Speak clearly.
She exclaims in return, louder than necessary.
Retreating into an audibility is not a substitute for making use of your vocal abilities.
I flinched just a little. I started doing voice exercises using some of the resources in RLC vocal channel some weeks ago, figuring I could just slowly build it up privately and then flip over once it was ready. Then I sort of got the hang of it really fast, at least according to Catherine. I'm not entirely sure what the expression on her face was. From context clues, I guess she was impressed, but it sort of looked like she was terrified. Using it outside is a challenge, though. I try, and it just doesn't fire off right. It feels like the stakes are higher. There's less room for failure. Like, I'll be the failed trans woman embarrassing herself in public. So I settle for keeping quiet still. Do we have another blanket? I'm struggling to maintain eye contact. Actually, I'm looking at a nearby tree. I'm mortified by the vulnerability of seeing. Cold. She does her lingering processing stare for a moment before furrowing her eyebrows.
While some increased sensitivity to cold is an expected obstacle to overcome on this path we are on, Nicole, today is a day of glorious weather. If this is too cold for you, then you ought to consider whether your quest is destined to fail.
Can I just have a blanket anyway?
Nicole, it is plainly evident that it is not heat that you seek.
She's being loud, and if someone walks by, it'll draw attention, and... Can you just keep it down? I start. We're in public, and I just...
Just what exactly?
She's getting louder. I'm not getting away with relying on implication, I guess. What if we're being cringe? She freezes for a bit.
Cringe?
She said, cringe! She says, the tension visibly bulging under her very visible skin.
You are afraid of being cringe? Even now?
Especially now, I whimper. Catherine's hand is on my shoulder. What the fuck is happening? What is she doing?
Let me tell you what is cringe, Nicole.
She's looking me straight in the eyes.
To allow yourself to be consumed by undue concern for the judgment of others, shirking away out of fear, is cringe. To compromise your wishes, your morals, yourself out of advanced compliance with the edicts of strangers is cringe.
I reach for my phone to try to find a way out of the confrontation.
Always, Nicole, you rely on external means to avoid accountability for your own desires, your own needs. Is that not cringe? Is it only cringe when someone dares to fully comply, to commit fully with confidence, to assert herself?
Shit, she sort of got me pinned there. Rhetorically and physically, I'm in a position I'm choosing to have no strong opinions on, I think.
Cringe festers in the half measures, in the performance of apathy, in the need for plausible deniability to escape accountability for your own desires.
She continues. Fine, okay, the position is hot. She's hot, I'm attracted to her. This is not the time for that.
Hi, Charlotte. Hi. Yeah, you want me to pick you up again?
Cat cam. Cat cam. I demand cat cam.
No, my camera's broken. I'm sorry. Otherwise, because I used to have the camera on every time I streamed.
No!
It was really fun and popular, but I can't do that anymore because camera broke. It was like a fucking piece of shit camera I got from Dave and Buster's, so that makes sense.
Oh wow. Not the D&B cam.
Yes. Yeah, get all those kisses. Good boy. What you risk to be consumed by is the fear of cringe, Nicole. Instead, you must face it head on, challenge it, and have confidence. You must welcome death with open legs.
I don't think she said that one. She leans back for a moment. There's so much about what she just said that's nonsense, and I want to object to it so badly, but can hormones just make you completely lose it? Is the sheer amount of persistent, ongoing embarrassment somehow acting as exposure therapy? Is something fucking with my neurochemistry? Or is Catherine actually making sense?
Pat the cat, pat the cat, pat the cat. Yeah. Squish that cat. Squish it. Squish that cat. Take it. Squish it. Yeah, squish. 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 And that is the mindset of the trans woman we are pretending to be for this competition.
Nope. Still not making a lick of sense, but at least I'll stand for something. Sure, that sounds great until we run into someone who actually hates trans women. Oh, right. Catherine looks down on me with a deliberate, sort of villainous smirk. Is she acting like the girl from the server on purpose?
But Nicole,
She gloats.
haven't you kept up? Trans misogyny can't harm us because we are merely pretending to be trans women.
Before I can reply, or, well, open my mouth into legible sounds, our phones buzz violently in tandem. Catherine's is instantly in her hands, prompting me to sigh deeply and said, Kathy, you said we were here to touch.
Please, Nicole, this is a matter of utmost gravity, outweighing even the bedazzling sight of your form dappled in sunlit majesty.
Huh?
This is inconceivable.
Catherine turns her phone around to show me. I squint, trying to perceive what's on her screen through the harsh sunlight. Isn't that just the picture Laura posted this morning when she woke up from surgery with the caption, I lived, bitch?
No, not that thread. No, not that. The thread under the post.
Catherine is practically vibrating.
Trickster's Tatas has challenged the impenetrable one to discursive combat.
Her announcement is delivered with such gravitas. I almost feel bad for asking what the fuck that was supposed to mean.
My heart hurts every time I think of Rupali. Irony has never been this bitter, because to be perfectly honest, any other guy in my position would feel lucky, blessed, like he'd hit the jackpot being betrothed to the sweet, warm, round-faced and honey-voiced angel, with her cascading brown locks and bubbly disposition, and sparkling mischief behind the brightest eyes you've ever lost yourself in, which I do my level best not to. I've wondered often if a girl like her would ever give an ogre like me a second glance, if we literally hadn't been forced into proximity by the idle fantasies of our parents that, for some reason, hold such sway over our very lives and destinies. We're both in the same college, the same major, the same classes, and subject to the same degree of sheer scrutiny and surveillance to make sure that, like good little dolls, we're regularly holding hands and organizing playdates to come around to each other's bedrooms, where we will, of course, sit next to each other chastely while watching G-rated movies, lest we incur the wrath of baby Jesus. Not that there is even the slightest risk of anything with the higher rating occurring on either of our beds. Bad enough that she has to see me, speak to me, tolerate the dead weight of my very presence around her now doubt perfect anklets. I could never even imagine doing something so base and repugnant as demanding any more from her than the minimum requisite amount of time we have to spend together to report to our respective elders that the petty little plans for our lives are proceeding on schedule. Which is why I'm utterly racked with guilt over how nice it feels to even sit next to her in the library, working on our problem sets. I tried my level best to sit between two people during our differential equations class, but the idiot next to me spotted a friend, moved 2 rows behind just when Polly walked in, so she had to begrudgingly settle down next to me and flash me that big bright smile of hers that I wish she didn't have to put my benefits. This locked us into having lunch together because it was right after class. We're obviously headed towards the same dining hall, resulting in her having to put her arm in mine and continue to endure my existence to keep up the charade. Then, over lunch, when she tried to spoon feed me flan in a pantomime of what happy couples do, she asked me for help with linear algebra in exchange for helping me with the differential equations homework. Sure, I agreed, because should get something out of this nightmare she's been trapped with me in.
Before you go on,
That
this is I mean, this is just the world that everybody in this universe lives in. They've just decided that like everything they've just decided that something is awful for somebody and are like, well, can't do anything about that. Guess we're
this is
just
how
stuck
I
like
see the
this.
world.
When you look at me, Noel, what do you see?
Dinner.
No.
uh,
uh, fair enough.
I plead the fifth.
Okay. Go ahead and go ahead and continue.
It's less how I see the world in the moment and more about how I agonize things afterwards.
Well, I mean, I still think that these girls are doing the same thing, where they're just like,
There's
oh,
a
it's so doomed, so doomed.
there's a very loud voice in the back of my mind every time I do something, every time I have fun, every time I have any moment of happiness that reminds me that I haven't earned it or that I don't deserve it or that it's just going to get worse again. Because it's always how my life has been. Every moment of escapism, every single moment of happiness and joy in my life up to fairly recently by denomination has been preceded by and proceeded by tragedy. of some kind. Anytime I have a genuine feeling like life is going to get better, it doesn't.
Do you remember
And a
that?
lot of that has been my own fault. The self repression of my self expression has been a particular source of constant angst that I have self inflicted. But there's also just the fact that I grew up in a very broken home environment. The fact that I had to essentially raise my own mother because she couldn't be a capable adult on her own, to the point where now that I am an adult, I feel completely and utterly helpless at how little that I can do now, especially with my nerve disease eating away at my arms and legs.
Do you remember that one King in the Hill episode where Hank tries to be like a quarterback, and then like he can't do it because well, I might be conflating episodes where he's like he can't be happy about his stuff because as soon as he like starts to feel happy about stuff, like he screws it up. Like I think he actually is playing some sort of like football game, and like he's got the ball and he's running with it and he's almost got a touchdown and he's like oh my god, he's like this is good, like I'm loving this, this is happy, like this is awesome. And then he gets tackled and fumbles and like the other team takes it and like they lose the game, and he like really beats themselves up over it, and he's like I don't know, like it's yeah, I can't, like anytime I feel happy, like I know that it's gonna go really bad, so I just can't ever feel happy. And then he gets the opportunity to run like the Olympic torch from, I guess, like one side of town to the other. Again, I don't really remember the details. Um, and he has to be like encouraged into it because he's like no way, like it's like a huge honor, and like I'm not gonna, like I'm gonna screw it up, right? Um, but he does it, and then he's taking the flame across town, and then he like either like slips in like a puddle or like somebody drives by and like a puddle splashes all over him and it like extinguishes the torch, and he's like I knew it, like I knew it, I I knew it. I knew that if I tried to do something like this, it would go wrong. I knew that I shouldn't have let myself do this. Um, and then Dale comes in like puffing and puffing. He's like, "Wait, wait, wait!" And he's got, because he took a drag of a cigarette. He lit a cigarette with the Olympic flame um, at the start. He comes back and he's like, "Wait, wait!" And then he relights it with his cigarette. And then Hank is able to take it across the finish line and transfer the flame. And that's a really long-winded description of an episode that I apparently don't really remember very well. But the point is, even when you know things are going to go bad, even when you know, oh man, I know that this correlation isn't real, but I feel happy, and so things are going to go bad, it's the people that you got around you that keep picking you up. That's the important part. That's why it's okay to feel happy, because you've got people who care about you, including me.
I suppose so. I get it. I understand.
Well,
It's just
I did a really really bad job of describing that episode. I don't blame you for
no.
not
I mean,
getting it.
I understand what you were going with, and it's more just when you've lived when you because like in the Hank Hill episode, it's like two things that happened, right? Like there's
Well,
probably a couple more that
it's
happened, but
well, it's his whole life. Like that's how he lives his whole life. Like that's the thing.
yeah.
Like it's those two incidences are examples of him feeling like I can't escape this way that my whole life has been.
Hmm. Even so, those are a lot less severe than what I had to deal with.
Yeah, but you know the sentiment's the same.
Yeah, I know. I'm
And besides, you're already
being a
pretty
sad
anime.
sack.
Like you are. Look at you. Like you look at yourself on my stream. You're a real life anime girl on my stream, reading about lesbians who are
If I was even like halfway as pretty as my actual Sona is, I would fucking die.
Well, I mean, if you don't have like the hat and the outfit, right? It's like, I mean, it's like, I mean, look at that outfit. That's a really cool outfit.
It's fucking hilarious. I showed you like the cursed Homestuck edit that I made, right? For Hive Swap with Ali.
How was it cursed? Because like I was just like, yeah, it's a Homestuck roll.
Well,
This is like a
it's
normal
cursed
thing.
in that like I cut off the tail and the nose, paw pads, and like I went full in on it. Like I went extremely far in on
Can I like
it.
can I show it on stream?
Yeah, I can switch to it.
No, that's okay. I got it.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
I mean, you know
Why is it not transparent?
what is transparent?
Oh, it's just you
It's just
use light theme?
uh,
Oh.
uh
Oh, I see. Understood.
I don't know.
Anyway, yeah, I think I did a pretty good job on it, like turning the ear into a horn, making the hair black, which is something I might actually do on all of these old models anyway, since I actually do use the black hair now.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Make everything green to represent being a green blood
Oh yeah.
or olive blood, I suppose. Even redoing the symbol from scratch using the calligraphy brush.
Calligraphy. Brush. Noelle is a valid troll name. .webp.
It is. Wait, why is it? It's not a WebP file, is it?
Well, when I opened it in my browser, because it's a Discord link.
Oh, okay. I mean, it is. It is a valid troll name. Madam, Noelle, Joyeux, and Violet all have 6 letters, so any combination of those names is a valid troll name.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Where were
back
we?
to the.
So Kyle was having like an extraordinarily loving relationship with this girl and does not believe it in the slightest because she is super repressed. So
Mhm.
we're
That, at least, is easy enough. I can keep my head down and focus on the notes she's provided me, hopefully color-coded with a variety of ink pens she carries with her to every class. She has really cute handwriting, which looks all the cuter displayed in shades of pink and red and green, neat and meticulous in a way my chicken scratch has never been. Even the eyes are dotted with little hearts, a painstaking detail to make dry mathematical discussions just a bit less dull. I almost feel bad that the notes I've provided her in turn are barely legible, likely as ghastly for her to look upon my face. You know, I used to dot my eyes with little hearts when I was a kid, and one of my teachers got real pissy about it.
interesting. I used to dot my
Not for
eyes. Oh, go ahead.
oh, I was just saying, like, not for grammatical reasons, because like that's something only girls are supposed to do.
Yeah, that's because your teacher sucked.
A lot of my teachers sucked.
I used to dot my eyes with like an X.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's not true. I didn't do that. I'm lying.
Oh, you lied to me.
I
Why
used
would
to
you?
I used to dot my eyes with like a little Luigi face. I would draw
I don't
Luigi's
believe you.
face. I would draw Luigi's
No,
face.
sorry, I don't believe you.
No, it's true. It's true. I would give it like the little
Can we get a doubt in the chat? Can we get a doubt?
Luigi
Press
face.
X to doubt.
So I need the Luigi face. Oh, I didn't mean to look up Luigi emoji AI generator. No,
Ew,
this
ew,
is the
no, gross.
worst. What
You have
the
AI in
fuck?
your search history now.
It's
You're
not. No,
fucked.
it's my search was Luigi face emoji, and like this AI
Oh,
emoji generator is like the #1 result for like. Oh my god. The worst. I only wanted to see that you can now play as Luigi meme. That's it. I wanted this one. I wanted you could now play as Luigi. Okay, I'm sorry. Continue. I'm gonna write a script that replaces all the dots and the eyes with the Luigi emoji. Just you wait.
I almost feel bad for the notes I provided her and turn her barely legible, likely as ghastly for her to look upon as my face.
You look really cute when you're concentrating real hard on something, you know?
I look up from the notes, more than a little slack-jawed, only to see her fail to suppress a giggling fit. Well, you see, I'm spared from having to make head or tail of that by my phone suddenly and violently vibrating itself halfway across my desk.
Didn't you put it on Do Not Disturb, Cal?
I did, I respond absent-mindedly, picking up the phone and seeing the notification from the Accord. This is just, special. It's for roommate emergencies.
Oh, did Catherine do something again?
Yeah, that's the most likely culprit. Hang on, what? I blink up at Rupali. How do you know Catherine? Unless I had taken a recent blow to the head, I could not recall nor even imagine inflicting either that name or the ridiculous headache it described to sweet, blissfully ignorant Rupali.
Jeffrey told me you two haven't been getting on of late.
You know Jeffrey? Rupali gives me an incredibly amused look, almost as if she's enjoying the effect of Kazuro's relation.
Noel?
That's Rupali.
Oh, sorry, you cut out like that back in the second
Oh.
half of the sentence.
Sorry. Rupali gives me an incredibly amused look, almost as if she's enjoying the effect her casual revelations are having on.
Yes, Cal, I know Jeffrey. We organized the GSA's latest protest against the admin's policy on name changes together.
Every word she speaks begets more questions than the last.
You know,
Rupali continues.
maybe if you talk to me about something other than problem sets, you know these things already.
You're in the GSA? I managed to sputter, afraid I was hitting some apprehension saturation. That's okay with your parents?
Arre, it's all extracurriculars to them. Sorry.
She replies with a laugh, as though it was the most obvious thing in the.
Cal, you don't tell mommy daddy every little thing you do you?
An awkward silence lingers between us momentarily.
You do. What a good child.
Rupali is snickering.
Is that why you haven't touched anything besides my hand so far?
So this is what brain death feels like.
Oh no, relax.
Rupali is covering her mouth with one hand, valiantly straining to force back peals of laughter.
I promise, Cal, I'd never take advantage of a good, innocent Sanskari boy like you. Go deal with your roommate issue. Ah, that's you.
I know, sorry.
Okay. I'm standing on pins and needles. Oh god, we've got more chats coming up. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Let's see.
I heard that.
Yeah, I know that. I keep getting messages. That's why I was checking the thing. Oh, you're already in the stream, Candy? How are you enjoying it? You haven't said anything.
That's fine. Everyone's shy. We're all shy. I'm a shy person. My chat's shy. I'm going back to Luigi.
Okay, sorry. I'm back now. Just someone I made friends with in TF2C. They wanted to talk about transfery stuff.
Nice.
Hit it off pretty quickly. Right. I looked back down at my phone and decisively nodded at Rapali. I'll do that. If I was expecting the Accord to restore me to any measure of sense of normalcy, Quite frankly, I don't know why I was. What I found under the post-surgery pic of the trans girl currently leading the rankings dashed those hopes entirely. I scrolled up from the announcement, looking for context for the server-wide ping and trying to figure out what just what the hell discursive combat was supposed to mean. You thought I'd linger on this moment? What, you think this is some kind of momentous event in my life, whereby it should have some kind of meditation, rumination, perhaps even build-up? You think this is too abrupt and callous? That's 'cause real men know their dicks aren't their manhood. You guys need to keep up with your theory. By which I mean anime. Truly powerful swordsmen don't even need a blade. They beat their enemies with just the sheath. This is a Tuesday for me. Later, losers.
Don't the sheaths still have a sword inside?
Cope about it, dick boy. If I need a sword, I can just get silicone perfection, forged by artisan dongsmiths. Also, my... Also, my girlfriend can lend me her sword as soon as I'm back. Hey, yo.
Congratulations on your successful surgery, Mistress of Memories.
Hold the fuck up.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Your petty little jibes mean nothing to a real man. But how the fuck are you still in this server with that pronoun role?
The
The
trans
trans girl in
sorry.
denial raises an excellent question. In response, Trickster taught us, I wish I knew something about them so I didn't have to use the stupid fucking name, linked it to a thread in a dispute channel where they'd received mod permission for the new role.
No fucking way. Take it up with the mods.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm simply reconnecting with my cultural heritage by reclaiming the traditional role my society has always laid out for individuals such as myself. I'm simply reconnecting with my cultural heritage by reclaiming the traditional role my society has always laid out for individuals such as myself. Wait, hold on. Who are we?
This is like Swedish,
this is gonna be Swedish.
Icelandic.
Okay, I thought we were saying that Rapali was gonna. This was leading into Rapali being Trickster Tatas. No, not true. Okay. I'm simply reconnecting with my cultural heritage by reclaiming the traditional role my society has always laid out for individuals such as myself, as detailed in the Vasundhara Anderson's groundbreaking anthropological text Vrken man eller kvin. They are informally known as Soper, and more formally as Lokasat, considered to have a spiritual connection to Loki, god of deceit and lies. Our rich traditions include dancing at festivals, blessing newlyweds in elaborate fertility rituals, and begging for alms from returning Vikings because we aren't permitted any other form of gainful employment.
Whoa, they still have... Oh my god, no way! I just read their name!
Yeah.
That's a fucking another Homestuck reference. It's a
We
reference
stay
to
winning. We stay winning in this
Air
chat.
of Breath is John Egbert. Literally the guy
Egbert.
named Egbert's fucking
True.
that's his godhood ascendancy is the Air of Breath.
Oh.
That's fucking... Oh my god. Air of Breast. That's so funny. That's it. It's all full circle. Time is a flat circle. Time is a flat circle. Time is a flat circle. Whoa, they still have Vikings? So cool. A non-binary third-gender role still means you're not a man, asshat.
At Era of Rest. Yeah, look, this is from 2023. They still have Vikings. On the contrary, my good mistress, if you look at the anthropological record and historiography of my people's third gender, you'll find a great deal of cis men scholars stating in no uncertain terms that we are, in fact, emasculated, effeminate, castrated men enacting a vulgar mimicry of real womanhood. Therefore, any non-manness is merely a performance we undertake for purely spiritual reasons.
Oh, fuck the fuck off.
Hey, dipshits, that's clearly LARP. No misinfo in chats, please. Therefore, it would be culturally insensitive, some might even say bigoted, to boot me from this server by declaring me not a man simply for observing my people's religious practices.
You are so full of shit, girl. People say that shit about trans women all the time. That doesn't make them men, it just means they're degendered under patriarchy like all trans feminized populations, which your third gender, from the sound of it, absolutely counts as. Bro, LARP is a colonialist construct. Why do you think you can just dismiss Viking cultural heritage like this?
Sweetie, maybe you should take a quick break, at least until you come down from the painkillers. I feel like you're imposing Western notions of gender and sexuality onto my culture.
You are literally the Western one here, and I am legally, geographically, and ancestrally not from the fucking West. Did I tell you to stop doing what you were doing on cam?
Getting really
I
uncomfortable with the amount of confident claims about cultures people don't have epistemic authority on up in here. All the more shameful that you're taking on such a colonial perspective. What the fuck does degendered mean? Don't you mean misgendered?
Colonial? Yeah, I apologize for Asia's violent historical colonization of fucking Swemark. Yes, Sweden, Denmark. You are absolutely full of it, and I'm not letting you get away with this.
Oh, is that so, impenetrable one? You mean to challenge my place in this competition? Right behind you and your dear whipped pet on the basis that I do not perform the traditional signifiers of Western manhood and so should be considered transfeminized? Are you really going with that angle of attack, Laura?
Excuse me.
Wait, hold on. I need to. Okay, so you mean to challenge my place in this competition, right behind you and your dear whipped pet, on the basis that I do not perform the traditional signifiers of Western manhood, and so should be. Oh, right. Okay, yeah. No, right. Dusty, welcome. Right. Okay, so Trickster's Tatas is saying that, yeah. Well, if I'm not performing the traditional signifiers of Western manhood, neither are you, so you can't use that argument. Nice. Wark!
Hi, Candy. Mwah.
I've been spotted. Oh, hi, Candy. Yeah, we're just going through some pretty cool chat logs. I believe you've been playing icosahedron.
No, that's Emmy.
It's Emmy. Oh, right, okay.
Also, hold on, let me send you something.
Okay. The video sent, and that was the last instruction. So I'm just gonna say that even if you were to state a challenge to anyone, our last disputes mean that our cooldown period from challenging anyone is still in effect. We can't use the dispute channels or be accused ourselves for another month at the very least. Oh, that's not an issue. Oh, fuck. They're gonna do it. Them boy means business. If the impenetrable one really wished to bring a challenge to my doorstep, aware that she can't fuck all her opposition into submission, she knows the bylaws, she knows her options, she knows that if she actually believes she can eliminate me, by standards that will not also instantly be applied to her, she can do so. You know, if she's man enough.
I have to look up from the chat log at this point to take a breath. Whew. How could something this stupid be this engrossing? Not a question I have the time or inclination to ponder right now. I needed to see if the trans girl was man enough to pick up the gauntlet that had just been hurled at her feet. Also, remember Kyle's username in this is literally just Kyle.
Oh, true. Okay. First place and third place are knocking themselves out, and icosahedron must be popping champagne right now. Mistress, please, you are still bleeding. Please do not do this.
Silence, simpering wetch. This is my manhood on the... which makes it no issue at all. My manhood is without question. My manhood did not survive the operation because the operation was never even a threat to it. My manhood is not bound to the form of my flesh or the state of my body because it is in my very cells, my blood, my immutable spiritual essence. You think that having just been carved into isn't any impediment for the impenetrable one, whose flesh only yielded to the cold steel of the skull because they permitted it? You think that if I'm bleeding, that just give me another weapon to drown you in, Sobar? I accept your worthless challenge, and I relish in it too.
It's settled then. At discursive combat.
Discursive combat.
Oh,
Between
Johan, you're
master-
roboting a little bit. You might want to join and rejoin.
Yeah, hold on. Let me. Beep, bop, beep, bop, beep, bop, beep, bop. Still roboting?
No, you're good.
Okay, cool. That might have been my headset. Wait, where the fuck was I?
Yeah, you're fine. Catherine.
Okay. Discursive combat. Between the master of memory is now also going by the impenetrable and Trickster's Tatas?
Actually, you are roboting
Admittedly.
now.
Past, testing.
Yeah, a little robotic.
Between the master of memory is now also going by the impenetrable and Trickster's Tatas. Admittedly, I know little of them, nor the traditions of Norland from whence they hail. Or was it Iceland? Sweemark. It was Sweemark. I have never considered myself with the northern lands. Must rely on my intuitions to assess whether this one, who claims descent from Loki, is speaking the truth. Damnation! Had I been more swift in learning about forced feminization, I would have had ample time over the past weeks to research the North, their Horn-Hamilton barbarians, the Thanes and Jarls, and the endemic linguistically proficient wyverns posing as dragons. I'm not even certain if they still have those, as I seem to recall that they've since industrialized and become a major exporter of oil, presumably harvested from the blood of trolls somehow. We're in some crazy fantasy land. Evidently, Texas Tartars must be viewed as an unknown quantity, and the unknowns are treacherous in the battle to the death. The ultimate means of settling disputes available, I have only seen discursive combat referenced a few times. A protocol deployed only rarely, introduced in the recent history of ranked competitive breast growth, it is a last resort measure for those who believe that tribunal verdicts are so flawed they are willing to risk their own participation in the arena of a streamed, recorded debate. A blood sort for the whole server. The reward for its victors is as dramatic as the fate of the defeated. Immunity to further tribunals for 4 cores henceforth. If the Master of Memories claims victory here, then she will truly be impenetrable.
Dun 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 dun. All right. Thank you. Thank you. This chapter 11. This isn't even my final gender. Content warning. This chapter contains real trans misogynist talking points. Damn, you got the author. You got the author disclaimer at the beginning of it.
Yeah, please be aware that you will hear actual, non-factual trans misogyny in this chapter.
This is
for the purposes of entertainment.
Yes, this is also unfortunately the point where I will have to jump off for the night, as I have a
It has
D&D.
been 4 hours. It has been 4
Yes.
hours.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say we did do a recap of 7, and then we did 8, 9, and 10. So that's a good little chunk of chapters, and the chapters have been increasing in size, kind of exponentially between when we started, where we got through, what was it, 8 chapters in like a 4 or 5 hour session, versus now where we're barely getting through like 4 chapters.
Yeah, no, there's the first couple were definitely not nearly as long as the as these ones, because now we're really getting plot happening. But well, all of these came out in 2025, so this is all like within the last like 7 months. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, well that's gonna be it for me, everybody. Big shout out to Noel. Thank you, Noel. Noel, can you shout yourself out in my chat?
I can.
Should.
I could.
You will.
All right, fine.
All right, who should I raid? Oh, Allie's live.
I was gonna suggest Ellie. I see a couple decent choices, honestly.
No.
Ellie is like my preferred, though.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and raid into Allie. All right. Well, thank you everyone for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed.
Let me make sure she's not about to end, because she's been live for about as long, if not slightly earlier than you.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. She's not gonna. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
All right. Fair enough.
And if she does end, then she's got more fuel for. She's got more ammo for a raid. All right. Well, thank you everybody. Lots of love. Wow, eight people hanging out here. Thank you all. I hope you're enjoying. Obviously, can't have done this without Noel. Noel introduced me to the whole thing and has been awesome at reading stuff. I hope I have.
Sorry.
I hope
I'm so sorry for putting this to you.
No, not at all.
The asshole for introducing ranked competitive breast growth to my friend.
You haven't provided me any estrogen yet, so am I really even? I'm not a real ranked competitive breast growth fan. I'm just a stream reader. I'll never be one of the real ones.
Yeah, you don't read it off stream.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and rate out, but thank you everyone so much. We'll be back tomorrow for Yu-Gi-Oh! I never learned the DDD combos yesterday, so we might start on doing that. I'm gonna try to also put together some Millennium builds. Zico has been prodding me to put some Mimighoul, Pearly, and or Argo Stars in my Millennium, so we'll see.
Where's
what
your
we can do
other
for
raid
that.
message?
Oh, it's this one. There we go. Which, funnily enough, the better TTV monkey emotes, like, it's always been weird, but in this case, because Typewriter Monkey is the one that wrote it, it's actually
It's very fitting.
apropos. Okay, that's gonna be it for me though, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Love you all. Take care. Stay safe. Stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Bye.
And I am gonna jump off to get ready for my D&D stuff. But thank you so much for watching, or thank you so much for doing this with me.
Let me give you a shout out real quick.
Thank you. Okay, Noel, lots of love. Love you.
Welcome,
Bye.
readers. Hi, my name is Audio
Catch you in the next
I'm
one.
a Cosmic Bunny, and I like to play
Bye.
video games. Let's see, just chatting, but y'all were reading, Ranked Competitive Breast Growth, right? did that story go places? Did y'all have fun?